All right. Welcome to NycosDnD. Slopes of Shatterhorn.
Did you?
This week we're a little short-handed, so it's going to be a little more
one-on-one,
close-in action than maybe in previous weeks. But I'd like to ask my players to introduce themselves, give you your character name, class, race, and what you do individually to stay warm in the Shatterhorn. And I'll start with Valara.
Valara. I'm Jean. I play Valara. Valara is basically a fighter, but she is an other. She's an off-worlder from Earth.
Alaska, in particular?
Well, from Alaska. Her father and her family were very northern Alaska, move away from the city, move away from civilization. Because of that,
little doomsday prepper going on.
Yeah. Well, the world was being, devastated by what?
Climate change and
lack of resources because they mined them all out. So anyway, she went in one time to get a medical checkup and ended up being recruited for her skills as a contracted sort of ranger scout because of her skills, and into the expeditionary forces that were
headed off-world
onto a colonizing ship, She was slept for a lot of years, woken up the last couple of years before hitting here, indoctrination, training, physical,
So what do you do to stay warm?
It's rough because I had to get rid of all my techno stuff.
Well, it was taken from you.
Well, the weapons and other techno stuff like that, but I'm talking about my thermal
right,
suit.
They took that all away from you because they didn't think it was keeping you warm. They knew you. That can't possibly be keeping you warm. Here's some big furs.
No.
Well, no, I remember I voluntarily gave them up. And
that's true.
I voluntarily gave them up. Because they could, if I stayed with them, they could be in trouble.
Yeah.
So, anyway, what do I do to stay warm? I keep moving. And at night, I curl up in the tightest ball I can, put my back against somebody else, and survive the night.
All right.
I'm Freya, a wizard. I am urchin.
Urchin. But you're an urchin background. But you're what race?
High elf.
Yes, so you're a Daean elf.
Daean elf. Wizard.
Far from home.
Oh yeah, far from home, away from my orphans. Freezing.
What do you do to stay warm? Depend on the kindness of others for the most part, right?
Pretty much. Like maybe steal someone's blanket just to get warm after they knock out, or
you would have also grabbed some of the stuff from the wreckage, so you do have some stuff to cover you.
I probably took my guard's stuff, so I like when he goes to sleep, I take his things, make him think he's like all nice and bundle up, and I just make sure I have extra warmth.
Right. So the two of you awaken this morning after it seems like an inordinately long nap. You actually slept quite well, and the reason why is you basically cuddled together inadvertently. You stolen the blankets from your associate and rolled the other direction, rolled into her, and she basically threw her arms around you as well.
Nice,
so
cuddling. I like some cuddling.
Two of you were nice and warm under the blankets.
We're both female, so it's okay.
Yeah, so when you wake up in the morning, there is a complete layer of snow over everything.
Okay.
All right.
Outside, you can hear the winds roaring as well.
That storm that came in.
That storm that was moving by turned on you and is basically dumping full force on you. As a matter of fact, somehow in that storm, you've become separated from your compatriots. You don't hear heart anywhere nearby. You don't even normally hear him clanking, or at least mentioning his name periodically, but you don't even hear that. And there's no whisper of anybody else around.
Well, the first thing she does is check around where they might be. Like, are they buried in snow? And we have to cover them?
Yeah. When you dig yourselves out, there's almost a foot of snow on you. That's how heavy it fell overnight. Plus the wind drifting it into the small lean-to that you guys had put together. But there's no sign of the other encampment. The other side, literally, the fire, the banked fire that you guys had for what little warmth you had. Right down the middle of the fire, there's a line, and the fire on your side is there. The wood is there. The other side is sheer stone, as if there had never been a fire there.
So like kind of teleported in a sense.
Yeah, something happened, and you are not
At the same
where they were. Either you've moved or they have. But the issue here is that you were still under the cover, so it seems more than likely that somehow they moved during the storm.
Sweet. Well,
There was no stone there before. That can't be. How can there be stone where there was the other? The others were right there on the other side of the fire.
Yeah, even their lean-to, there's not even any signs of debris. It's not like their lean-to blew away or anything like that. Their side is pristine snow.
Well, she can't let that go. She has to go. She has to go examine the rock. It can't be there. Something maybe fell on them.
So she starts digging erratically at the snow. She just starts trying to move as much snow away as possible.
to be honest, I'll be just looking, relaxing. I didn't really like the other guy.
Help?
No, I didn't know you guys. I just met you yesterday. Yeah,
Okay.
and then the other guy was a dick.
Ice is the only one that knows where we're going. The only one.
I say we go back, turn back, and go to
What?
pyramid.
She goes, turn back! Turn back! She walks in a circle. Turn back where? Do you see anything that looks familiar to you? Of course not. No! This is not your climate, your environment. She's good in this environment, but she also doesn't know where she is.
He just kept on pointing off west without a sun rising over the horizon.
How did he know that was west?
You know, nobody knows where west is. And if you go to the coast and follow the coast,
You have to climb the mountains to get to the coast. The Shadowhorn Mountains. The good thing is you do know where they are. You can still see the Shadowhorns.
Yeah.
The mountains are still...
Were they like, when we like last left off, were they the Shadowhorns behind us or in front of us? Or?
You were moving southbound because you'd gone too far. I'm sorry, you were going northbound because you'd gone too far west. And so you were headed almost due north, which would have put the Shadowhorn on your right. So the mountain range to your right. But the problem with that is the very concept of a mountain range is that a mountain range goes like this.
Yeah.
So you won't be traveling. If you go parallel to the mountains, you may or may not be going due north.
Well, it's better than staying
no, it
down.
isn't better. We have rations for what? How many days? Maybe 10.
Look at your character sheet. How many days of rations do you have?
10?
Or you should
I
be
think
9.
9 then? Yeah, 9.
Yeah, so mark it
I
down to
think
9.
we had more, but because we had anticipated a trip all the way to Anchorage.
Welcome, by the way, to our audience. Thanks for joining us for NycosDnD.
I had a total of 14, so this is 2 off, so 12. We've had 2 nights. So 12 left. Okay. Now we can hunt.
Can I use that?
Sure.
Thank you.
A wizard. First of all, what are you? Oh, she can't do that.
Yeah,
You'd have to better charge your device.
Yeah, man. I'm
you have it?
confused.
But But do you have it, or did Hart take it to charge himself at night?
No, I had it.
I'm just wondering whether Hart would
Yeah,
have come.
I had it. Because at night he can't charge himself.
No, but he can use your power generator, manual power generator.
No, I had it the last time I remember it. I had it,
Okay.
and I never remembered giving it off to him.
No, I know that. I just didn't.
Yeah.
It was just, okay, so you have it, so you can wind that up to talk to.
Okay.
For a second there, I was going to take
Yeah, wait a minute. So you speak common, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to take the spell that allows me to talk to her freely
Yep.
last week.
Sure.
I did not take this.
So you can take it this week if you want, and today if you want to.
Okay.
But that's only good for an hour.
Oh, really?
Comprehend languages only lasts for an hour.
Alright, what's up?
And when
First
she
of
uses the
all-
machine, she winds it. She talks to the machine. Then the machine spits out what she says in a very bass male voice with no emotion. So you're not going to get much from the emotional standpoint of what it says. It's almost like a text message, only it's verbal.
Okay. She cranks up the machine.
Oh no, he charged it for you. I'm sorry. It's
Yeah,
full
he
charge.
did. He
You have
spent
one-
2 hours.
You've got 24 hours of charge on the thing
Okay.
right now.
So, and he lost 2 hours of charge.
Right.
We were 20 days away. We've only made sort of 2 days progress with time out for going up there to the pinnacle and coming back down and skirting the earthquakes. I only had an approximate direction of which we were headed, and I don't even know for how long. It's gonna have to be a guesstimate of north.
And going north, when you walk straight, in a straight line when you're
Straight.
You're not really going straight because your one leg is bigger than the other, so you kind of take a long circle. So
She's going, oh my God, what am I left with? Oh, Nycos headache, and she never even knows what they are.
well, I'm gonna be honest. We should take our supplies and go forward versus stay here and freeze to death. Maybe we'll meet find a landmark that can help us.
Do you know the landmarks of this land?
I know none of them.
Are you going to attempt to bluff her, or are you going to be honest with her?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know.
He has no idea. He's from Daean, a long ways from here. He had come because the Guardian brought him here saying that he was supposed to meet somebody.
Yeah.
Also, your standpoint, one of the rules of wilderness adventuring is if you get separated from your group, you don't leave your position. You let someone come to you, because leaving your position puts you at greater risk, because now not only one of you is lost, but both of you are lost.
We're going to have to stay put
At least for a while.
for a while. However, it doesn't mean we can't go up.
Okay. So
Once
then,
this storm stops and we can rig something like a tall flag, which we might be able to do with wood and a piece of material.
wait, what do we have on us? Because didn't the robot have all the wood and everything?
That is true. It was all bundled up in the pack that he carried with him, and if he's gone, it's gone. So what you have is what you have on your character sheet.
How long does standing light last for?
What's that?
How long does standing light last for? I mean lights, like the
Dancing lights?
Yeah, dancing lights.
Okay, so dancing lights is a concentration spell, so as long as you concentrate on it, it'll stay active. So as long as you're constantly thinking about it. After your first 10 minutes, however, you have to make checks, because, quite frankly, human beings have a hard time concentrating for extended periods of time on a specific subject.
Of course, he's not human.
Beings,
Yeah,
Beings.
beings in general.
Sentient beings.
sentient beings have a hard time holding their attention span.
Can I leave?
Else can hold longer, but even if you could keep it going, I mean, let's say you could keep it going all day. That's only one spell you've activated for the whole day, and you don't know. I mean, if you eat, that action causes you to have to make a set. Anytime you have to change your condition, you have to make a check to keep it going.
All right. I was thinking, leave dancing light in the part that we were at.
Oh, no, you have to be able to see it.
Oh.
So if you move 60 feet, it'll move with you because the light will follow you. Because you only have that maximum range.
Let me see. What
you could cast a continual light and leave an object there.
Not enhanced level.
Continual light is level 1 spell.
You need a 50 gold ruby.
I don't think so. Not for continual light, is it?
Continual flame.
Yeah, I'm talking about just continual light. It used to be Gandalf could cast, level 1 you could cast a light spell and it would stay lit forever.
Maybe if I could cast fireball at the ground, making a direction where we're going.
Firebolt.
Firebolt. Yeah. Would I be able to?
Firebolt is a cantrip. You couldn't burn off enough snow to hit the ground.
Firebolt.
Yes, it's only a D8 of damage, and you can't technically target it unless you're targeting it at somebody or something. If you target it at the ground, it'll just create a little ball of flame, but it's not going to be strong enough to burn through even a foot of snow.
Magic missile?
Magic missile would permeate it, but it's only permeated as it's literally a ray. It's just a single.
So I just make it like a hole or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I have.
We stay put.
Well, I know, but I'm trying to think of a way to keep a sign to where we're going to direct after the snow goes away. If the snow goes away, and that's an if because we don't snow in the
Even
Arctic.
if the new snow goes away, there's so many layers underneath.
True.
We're on snow.
True. I don't know how long this snow is gonna last. The
winds are dying. Winds are already dying.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
The howl of the winds is lessening over time, but even here in Southern California, if the wind starts to die in the morning, it's not really completely dead until late in the afternoon.
No.
So you've got at least one full day here.
Yeah.
And
So
once it gets to remember, there is no sunrise.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking of the Arctic.
Yep.
When the storms last for days and weeks.
Yeah, in this case, this one just
A day?
It's like you just caught the end of it.
Okay, cool.
The edge of it.
Well, we got lucky then.
He says it's coming up to spring, and when spring.
Okay, we'll wait.
At noon, the
12
sun
days.
will get closer to the surface, so we will know noon.
You'll know the sky will glow a little bit better towards the
And
middle
she
of
can
the day.
stick a stick in the ground and get.
Is that enough
reading
light to do that?
on a relative north.
What's that?
Is that enough light to do that? To
No, you won't be able to differentiate where the sun's surface would rise on the coast. It's just that the sky glows a little bit brighter on the one
Yeah,
side.
see, that's what I thought. I didn't.
It's
think
a
that-
general direction west. It won't give you an actual
No.
pinpoint of direction.
No, it'll just be a general direction.
You've only got 10 days left until
Independence Day.
till the sun crosses the horizon.
Alright,
Beginning of spring.
turn off your charge. Let's wait. We'll wait until the storm dies out, and then you can turn on the charge again if you really need to talk. But I'll just give it hand moments to save the power just in case we need to talk for long periods
I'll
of time.
turn it off.
Okay.
Right. So then we just wait there, I guess. While we're waiting, I guess I'll just search around the area, where the fire is at, where it's.
Okay. You're going to investigate the fire?
Yeah, I'm gonna investigate the fire.
Okay. So you can see that whatever separated you from them was a linear space, but it looks like it's slightly curved away from you.
Oh. So it's like a circle in a sense?
Yes, like a large circle. It must be.
So they got teleported to the ship in a sense? It feels like that.
It kind of feels. Well, that wouldn't be for you to consider. She doesn't even have teleportation. That's not even a thing.
Oh, it's not?
That's not a science thing.
Oh.
That's a D&D thing. You could think teleport. She wouldn't think of teleport.
Oh.
Because there are not matter transmitters like you think of Star Trek in this group that came to visit.
Wow, I'm kind of disappointed in their technology.
Fair enough.
So in teleportation. So they're definitely not here, and they could be far away. Far away.
It looks like they were taken instead of you moved.
Alright. So then I just move whatever wood we have left
Okay.
together and start to fire in this way.
Okay.
And stay
You
close
have
to
enough. Even with your basic wood sense, your nature sense, you don't have enough wood here to burn for an hour. It won't actually get warm enough to.
Is there any kind of wood anywhere close?
There is a stand of trees between here and the mountain range. You can make out the edge of the forest in between the bursts of the wind.
But will we be able to get back to the spot we were at after we get to the trees?
That's a good thought. Yeah, more than likely there's a standing, like a chunk of rock or whatever that you used for the basis for your lean-to. And if you leave the lean-to standing, you might be able to see it from there. The fact that you can see the tree line means probably from the tree line you can see this.
Does anybody have tools to cut down a tree?
It's maybe a quarter mile away.
Yes, I have. I can cut branches.
Okay, so
One thing she does have is her
you're gonna have to look for dead trees.
Her by chainsaw that survival saw.
All right. Is there a lot of dead trees?
Can't make out from here whether it's not.
Yeah.
The fact that they're deep green indicates there probably aren't a lot of dead ones among them, but there might be some underbrush or something that might burn.
All right. Do you want? We both go, or?
I don't know what you're.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You-
All right. Let's just go. I just wave my hand.
Also, this leads to rule 1 of roleplay games. NSP.
Don't.
Never split the party.
Oh,
I had done that in my first one. That was great. I went to sleep in a dungeon,
Nice.
and I got attacked by skeletons.
Yeah.
okay. We go together.
All right. So you pack up what little belongings you're going to take with you, leaving the lean-to standing. Are you going to attempt to leave any portion of the fire burning, or are you going to put the fire out?
We're gonna put the fire. Well, can I, is there a way to
What we'll do is
Oh wait, I
pull
have
the
fire.
unburned branches away, stack up the coals, and then
I think yeah. So we'll do.
and then cover them with ash to save the coals.
Bank the fire. Okay, got it.
Bank the fire,
All right.
which she does.
Okay.
All right. So you,
So I point at the woods, saying we need wood, or then I guess you would do that instead.
well, it's okay for you to point it out.
Wood.
She would agree with you.
Wood.
Yeah, wood.
She's saying it in your language.
Oh.
Whatever the word was you said, because she doesn't speak your language.
Okay.
So now you have a word between you.
Sorry, it's sweet, romantic.
Oh, she also knows in common trust.
All right.
Wood. Tree.
Crust. All right. Yep. All right. Let's go.
All right. So you head off across there.
Yeah.
Wind's still fairly steady, even though it's not as bad as it was. The few bursts of snow flurries kind of freeze onto the sides of your faces and such. Like if you've got hoods and stuff, that'll.
Right, I have hoods and then I have something. I have my.
You have plenty of furs from
I have
ice.
plenty of furs.
Oh my god.
And she also has her.
This one, not so much.
Wait a minute! I stole a lot of blankets. They don't have any blankets. Whatever. That guy doesn't have any blankets.
Right, we'll deal with that when whenever he comes.
I know. I mean,
Yeah.
I should be okay. He shouldn't be okay. But
No, but you have blankets, which means you get up, you're trying to wrap yourself in blankets.
Oh yeah, and the
It's going to
windy.
make it tough for you to walk because your feet are going to be touching the ground and you can't walk on the blanket.
All right. I put away the
What kind of shoes do you
blanket.
have?
Boots. Heavy boots.
Heavy boots? Really? Is that what's written on your character sheet?
No. That's
Traveler's clothes.
Traveler's clothes.
Okay,
I
so traveler's clothes means that they're what they're called. They're usually called either low soft or high soft boots. Low soft boots are ankle high, and they have like a tongue on the front and the back to that like water and stuff run off of them, and they're just basically slip on. High boots go up to about mid calf, a little bit higher, and they fold over the tops too. So that way you can keep it up above when you're walking through sloshy, ugly water and stuff like that. So which would you have, low boots or high boots?
High boots.
Okay, so the high soft. The good thing about them is they will protect you from the
Wetness.
wetness. It does not stop the cold from coming through. So within the first 300 paces, you're a third of the way across the space, and he's already she's starting to complain about the coldness in her feet.
We gotta hurry this up.
She takes an edge of one blanket,
That's it. And then she starts wrapping like a legging over the boot.
Okay, so basically she creates de facto snowshoes. But no, you just wrap wide, so that makes your foot wider.
Oh, okay.
So therefore, when you walk, you're actually stepping. Now it'll go under your shoe as well, so it's going to soak and ruin that portion of the blanket. But using that portion of the blanket now makes it so your feet act almost like snowshoes, so you stay on top of the loose snow. You don't actually fall into it as bad.
I was thinking more like.
Okay.
Okay.
We go ahead and
Slog across that space.
slog across that space.
As you're approaching it, you hear a howl on the winds. Doesn't sound like the Urgluk. It's different. It's a sharper sound, and it's kind of a keening call, like an animal is either looking for a mate or looking for food.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep your eyes out, checking around you.
Well, she's going blah blah, and then she starts, yeah.
Right. It's. Oh wait. Okay. Are we close to the woods now,
Yeah,
or
you're closing in on the woods.
All right. Can I take a perception check to check what's around me?
Sure.
All right. That's a D20, right?
Mhm.
This is not a D20. That is. This is a D20. Yeah. 13.
Okay. As you're looking at the woods, you don't see anything untoward. I mean, it's kind of inviting to see cover from the snow. As you can see that the ground under the trees has some old drifted snow under it, but no new snow under it, which is kind of a blessing. But as your eyes are scanning across, you get that unnatural feeling of somebody watching you. You look around, but you can't find specifically any eyes looking at you, but there's definitely a sense of something in the forest.
All right. I'm gonna be on guard then. All right.
Okay.
We'll keep on going forward.
Okay. So
Okay, she is also aware and watching.
Right. Well, as you get closer, you're close to the forest, and you realize that what he's experiencing is something that in the woods happens all the time, and that is, we as human beings, and we as living beings, when you're in a space where there are lots of plants and stuff, even though there isn't anybody actually watching you, it's just the awareness of life around you is what you're feeling. And so maybe it was all it had to take would be like a movement of a bird or something in the trees back in the distance. It's beyond your ability to see it, but you still sense it. You sense that motion, and so it makes you feel like there's someone whose eyes are there on you.
All right. Cool.
So you definitely feel the aliveness of the forest. The other thing you notice is as you approach, it's almost like the forest is exhaling. There is a warmth that passes between the trees that is absolutely unnatural. This is not an experience you would normally have of a temperature differential of more than 25 degrees emanating from the forest
So it's warmer.
without creating fog.
Oof.
Okay,
Is it?
she kinda
Can we
stopped
sense
at that.
magic?
What's that?
Can we sense it? Can I sense if there's magic around?
So then you go with detect. You use. I said I'd like to do an Arcana check.
Okay. 10 plus whatever.
Your
10 plus your proficiency
2
plus your intelligence.
Okay, so
intelligence.
plus 16 plus 3,
So plus 3 plus 2 is 5. Plus what'd you roll?
10.
15. The sense of it is not magical. It's like some natural phenomenon is causing it, but it's not an expected one.
Well, keep it going forward. At least it's cold. It's warmer over there.
This
Yeah.
is totally wrong, you know.
Yeah.
In her mind, this is totally wrong.
So she halts her movement.
Yeah, she does halt. She keeps looking and looking
Okay.
before she moves on. She unslings her bow and she loosens the knife.
So the majority of the trees ahead of you are fir, but you can see within the darkness there seems to be a secondary light source beyond the initial wave of trees. In other words, it's like light, either the trees thin someplace within and light is coming down from above, or there is a secondary light source inside the cavern. It's already dark out, so it doesn't take a lot of light for that to be the case, but there is no lunar source, so that brightness in the center again does not feel natural.
Okay.
I say we stick where I'm going because it's cooler. It's warmer over there.
Before she points to the second, the other light. We go.
To the light?
Just going to it, yeah. So, as you...
Now she's going into stealth mode. And she's going to
So
stealth.
she slows as she approaches, but she's now being careful where she walks. Here, she's noticed she's like looking around. And as you approach the tree line, you do see there is some underbrush and debris. I wouldn't say so much underbrush, but the needles from the fir trees, some pine cones laying about and such underneath the trees. So she's being very careful where she steps so as to not create noise as she's moving into the forest.
And if necessary,
Are pine cones in this universe the same as in this?
they're good to
They
burn.
look like flowers, yeah.
Alright, because then I would want to. Is there any fresh pine cones, or is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then I would take a few pine cones as a food source.
Okay. Kind of peel them back. I got you. Kind of eat some
Yeah, the pine
the
seeds.
seeds.
pine cones. Yep. All right.
Of course, we know that.
You're kind of impressed that this young girl would even know to do that. So that's
Well, she doesn't know enough about her.
no, but it's still a surprise. You
Yeah.
didn't expect them. Remember, your attitude towards any of these local species is they're primitives. So you're kind of surprised that she's.
Okay, yeah, and the pine needles can be very important too for insulation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then also vitamin C. So like pine.
Yeah, but until I can secure the area, she's not ready to.
Start collecting food supplies.
Yeah.
All right. So as you get under the cover of the trees, the light source within becomes more bright. It's centralized towards the center of this forested area, which is first of all kind of weird because it makes it seem like the forest itself is circular in nature. In other words, the curve of the forest indicates, just like the bubble where you saw the cut on
Yeah.
the ground, it's almost the same diameter.
Like it got cut out from a different place.
Okay. She does move up using the screening of the trees.
As you're approaching, both of you hear music. It starts about the same time for both of you, so it's literally you hear a couple of notes and you look at each other, and the music is beautiful and seems to be coming from pipes.
Ooh.
She halts again then. Okay, I'm sorry, that's,
Turn on your. I point at your thingy, the speaking thing.
okay, she
So-
turns this way.
Okay, and turns the volume down on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
turns it up carefully.
Wait, no, you don't have to crank
That's
it.
right.
Just turn it
Doesn't
back
have
on.
to turns it back on. This doesn't seem right at all.
I agree. It's too weird. It's too
Out of
warm.
place?
Yeah, it's like it shouldn't be here, but it is. It doesn't feel like we're. It's not even supposed to exist in this frozen wasteland. This is too much life.
Yeah, I don't know enough about this place to know if you would. This is natural.
And then the sounds we need. I kind of want to get skirmish around for supplies and check what we got. See if we can get some wood, and then I'm not sure if I want to go towards the sound. Honestly,
I understand, but if we don't know what it is,
I have read it. We're feeling like we're being watched.
And you hear drums now start.
Okay,
What-
see,
what is?
is it this type of drumming? Then it feels like military in a sense, and I don't like that even more. Because if it's military drumming, it means they're getting ready for a battle or they're
Drums
train-
and pipes. That's what I was getting at.
Okay. You sure? Maybe let's forge for a second.
I'll tell you what. Stay.
Okay.
Stay here. She turns off the thing.
What? All right. All right. So if she's gonna go, I'm gonna.
Just here
I
because
just-
I'm just.
All right.
She goes into full stealth.
Okay.
She's down low.
She slows down further, slinks to the ground.
She pulls out that camouflage thing that is all white on one side. Now, if there's a lot of debris on the ground. She turns it to the spotted size with
Gotcha.
white and gray and that. And she just goes under it and then virtually.
It's like a gray worm slowly working her way across the ground, elbows forward.
Well, if she's doing that, I'm gonna like just forage, like around the area that I'm
Just
at.
to pick up pine cones.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're picking up the pine cones, you notice there's a slight amount of light above you in the trees. Just little tiny spots of it.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna put dancing lights after that, and like, is there like?
So you're gonna now cast a spell.
Yes, I want to know what's up above me.
So we'll come back to that. You're making your way through, and
I just
it
want to
is
get
the
a visual.
smallest army you think you've ever seen. They might be 1.5 feet tall. The tiny little soldiers are. Looks like some of them are building a camp. Some are putting together their tents. Some of them are marching in little rows. There's probably 100 of them. They're, like I said, 1.5 feet tall, and
Dressed in.
brilliant red uniforms. Gold filigree, gold braids from the epaulets, black hats, tall, look like beaver hats with an emblem on the front of them of looks like a star, like a falling star in the center of their hats.
Okay. She watches.
Perfect timing.
She watches him for just a bit, and then she withdraws, backwards, under the covers, and she gets back in.
Don't forget what just. For the sake of our viewers, give your character name, class, race, and what you're doing to stay warm in the Shatterhorn.
In the frozen north.
Minus what I took away from him.
Oh. I'm Luke. I'm a fighter, and my character is Lester, and he's a paladin, half elf.
All right.
And I'm wrapped up tight to stay warm. Maybe cuddling a little.
Okay.
Mean beast.
So when you wake up in the morning, you are in about 1.5 feet of snow. It is dead silent except for a slight breeze blowing around you. And the fire where you were staying warm, the little fire that you had between you, there's only about 1/4 of the fire still there. It literally looks like 2/3 of the fire were cut away. It's like literally like they cut it away down to the stone, down to the rock, and you see none of your compatriots.
Oh fuck!
I mean, sorry. Language.
Yeah, so you're in the middle. You're in the middle of the snows by yourself. The only thing that you've noted looking around is that there is a copse of trees, a group of dark, dense colored trees, deep green to the west of you, or rather to the east of you, along the edge of the Shatterhorn. It's the only place that's got any real cover. You were under the snows, so you were warm enough, but climbing up and out, you also find that you don't have any of your blankets on you.
Dicks.
You remember your young ward had this urchin-like fear of not having enough, and so she always constantly was taking your blankets, and so you wake up basically shivering with only your personal goods. Heart is not there. None of your compatriots are there, and the only thing you can see is a slight amount of light coming from the forest on the edge.
Well, I search around to see if there's any.
Yeah, they left you nothing.
Nothing.
It doesn't even look like the camp was destroyed. There's not any ruins or wreckage. It's literally like the snow started falling last night.
Clean by the wrath of God.
It's like a pie.
I head towards the forest with the light.
So as you're heading towards the forest, suddenly you see, in colors you'd recognize because Freya had cast the spell before, you see dancing lights in the colors that she prefers underneath the trees ahead of you.
Like a red. It's a blood red.
Nice.
Nice.
Deep red lights. It's like a pair of eyes. You can cast 4 of them, so it's like 2 pairs of eyes floating underneath the trees.
Yeah.
I head towards there.
Okay.
That sounds like a bad idea, honestly. Now that I think about it, if because you don't know if it's me or
No, but he's
not you,
freezing,
then.
going to freeze to death out there by himself. He has no gear. Remember?
true.
You
I
guys
gotta backhand you.
Well, you don't know.
Haven't even got through yet.
My things are stolen. I'm gonna back you.
You don't know shit, man.
Haven't even found her yet.
I haven't found her yet.
So you're heading towards the trees.
Pretty much towards me. All right.
Okay. So you put on your little lights and go ahead and make a wisdom save.
19.
Oh, you don't have to make it her.
Oh, that's
Just her.
15 plus. Why are these glasses? I just am not going to clean it enough so I can see. 15 plus 1, 16.
Okay. So you're wise enough to realize that if you stay in one spot too long, you might be spotted.
Yeah.
So even though this has completely entranced you to watch these little fellas do their thing, you're kind of staggered because you realize 100. If these 100 soldiers came after you, they could probably cause you pretty good bodily harm. They also seem to be perfectly warm. It doesn't look like they're worried about cold at all. It's not like they're wearing winter gear or anything. They're wearing basically the brilliant colors that you think of that would remind you of the American Revolutionary War. It's bright reds of the British is what it reminds you of. But the golden symbol on their forehead.
And the Busby on top,
Yeah.
that's straight out of, modern British.
Well, it's great. They look like grenadiers. That's what they look like.
Do they have like old-fashioned guns too?
Well, they do have. Actually, no. What they have slung over their shoulders when they're marching are longbows.
Longbow.
They got double quarrels across their backs, and that's why the crosses on the leather on their front crisscrosses, indicating that they're cuirassiers or grenadiers in military parlance.
All right. Cool.
And they do bark orders to one another, but the language doesn't sound like anything you've heard before, so it doesn't match any of the tongues that you know directly.
What? Well, I'm not there.
She'd
to
have to
say
turn the
anything.
box on. If she was going to.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If you
I
turn
could
up-
turn the box on, but then no, it would echo out and just give me a dead away. She can't afford that.
Oh, that's right. So it translate. Yeah, it would.
It translates orally.
Yeah,
No earphones.
right.
So I have to.
But there's a volume in it, isn't there?
But even with the volume, any sound from it would be something that somebody might overhear.
Oh, okay.
Can't risk it. Not on.
Alright, well,
So you're-
did she
you're-
notice my dancing lights?
No, you're far enough away because she went crawling away towards the sound, and you were just looking for pine cones, and then you noticed the lights.
Okay.
And what you notice is that these, whatever the lights are, they're small winged beings, little, more than likely pixies or fairies.
Ooh.
No,
Are you
this
pixie?
for you is really dangerous.
Oh, what?
Pixies and fairies are known to be extremely,
Hostile?
well, they're volatile.
Did they blow up?
They're no volatile in that sometimes they're
get angry
they're-
for no reason.
right. They
It's like
they,
women.
Well,
Alright.
they of particular note, they can't stand being captured, and if you cajole them or convince them to do something nice for you, you have to realize that they are extremely vain. They think they are the most beautiful things on the planet, and if you don't speak to that appropriately, they will turn on you.
I can do that.
So, anyway, so these little things are flitting about up above you.
Are they an angel? You're breathtaking. Pretty much
So
what I
you're going to try
say.
to call out to one of them?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Maybe I can use them to do something.
roll a 20-sided for it.
I think that they already see me. So 13.
13? Well, they apparently hadn't directly noticed you, but the one that lands on the branch next to you, her coloration is a powder blue, and she's seems to be very intent on the
Dancing lights.
bark
Oh,
on
the
the
bark.
trees. Oh no! Matter of fact, once you put the dancing lights up, the fairy population will actually move away from the red lights.
Oh, sweet. That's actually a good thing, isn't it? I feel like.
So this one seems a little braver than the others.
All right. I want to make friends with her. Okay, so she's just watching.
She's like I said, she's looking like she's peering and looking behind the edges of the bark, like she's looking for something within the bark of the trees.
Can I roll a perception? Perception?
To do what?
To look with her, I guess, to see what she's trying to look at.
So you're gonna try to. So are you approaching any given tree to look under bark like she is, or are you trying to approach the specific tree and the specific piece of bark she's looking under?
Yes, that one.
Okay.
It feels like a dangerous idea, but I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay. So as you approach, she turns and looks, and she goes, "Periwinkle is not impressed with your average appearance."
I could never be as beautiful as you. I'm sorry.
Of course you could never be as beautiful as I, but why are you in our woods?
It is cold outside, and
What? Where?
I point towards the snow.
Well, you point towards the edge of the forest.
Yeah.
But when you point, you no longer see the edge of the forest.
Whoa! I'm blown. All right.
You see the forest continue on.
Oh. I just look at her and like.
As you approach, you see Freya looking up into the tree, and she's looking at a squirrel. There's a small squirrel hanging on the edge of the branch, looking very tense, and she's talking to it, calling it beautiful.
Don't talk.
Right? You don't see him.
I know.
He sees you. You don't see him. Are you gonna hold off, or are you going to approach?
I'm gonna approach stealthily so she
So you're trying to also sneak up. Now you get to make a stealth check. What kind of armor do you have?
chainmail.
Okay, therefore your attempt at stealth will be at disadvantage.
Indeed.
The lower of the two.
4 minus.
Oh, yeah. You hear the clinking of armor, and Periwinkle goes, "Is this a trap? Are you going to trap me? I'll get you for this!" And she vanishes as she flies up into the tree. The squirrel, of course, bounds up the tree. You hear a shriek of a tiny voice. Back towards where your compatriot was.
Okay, wait.
She continues steadily back until she's way far enough that she.
So she does a stealth far enough back, and then basically hurries after that.
Yeah, she hurries up.
Okay. So you as you approach, the paladin is standing there looking down at Freya, and Freya's looking up at a tree.
I wanted to do something,
what was
but
the
you're
voice?
right.
What would you
Was
like
that
to do?
you?
Just a second. Just a second. What would you like to do?
I would like to, she said it went into the trees, right?
Yeah, just basically flew up the tree.
Alright, well, before she gets to that point of flying up, I want to use the spell Color Spray to blind her.
Okay, so you're attempting color spray.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, man, I don't want anything to attack me.
Sure. So she'll make her save. You have to make yours. Because when he turns and does the spray, he did not see you coming, so he's basically facing your direction when he casts the color spray. Fortunately, she's the opposite direction, so she won't be affected. But
Alright. So,
7 plus 3 is a 10. She'll fail.
yes. Fail.
Then 9. And then, what do I add?
9 plus, well, it's a
Con?
no, it's a, what kind of,
It's a intelligence? No, it's not. It's arcane, yeah, right. It's
no,
intelligence.
you should look at your spell list, because the spell will tell you what kind of save it is.
Oh, okay, then I got the.
Player's handbook.
I don't have one of those.
See, some of these have dex saves, some of them have fortitude save, some of them have wisdom
They don't call it
saves.
fortitude anymore. They got rid of that term.
What are they using? Con save?
Yeah, they call it a con save.
Okay.
All based on stats now. Color spray. Doesn't array of flashing lights rolled to 60-10. Roll 60-10.
Which one's that one?
The one that has 2 5-sided pyramids.
This
Yep.
one?
The 2 of those. You need to roll 6 of them. Roll that one and the other one.
This
And
one?
then just add the numbers. Ignore the extra 0. 7 and 10. That's 17. Roll again. Plus 1 and 9 is... So
1 and 10.
So that's 28 and 2 more.
6 and 7.
28, 30, 41. All right. And starting at the lowest level of hit points, which would be you. How many hit points do you have?
I've got 20.
20. So you basically affect him for 20 of those points. The rest go against her, which is not enough to affect the pixie. So you are...
Wait, does this do damage?
No.
Okay, thank God.
You're knocked unconscious.
Okay, that's not so
What
bad.
kind of spell is it?
Color. He throws... Okay, you already saw the red lights.
Yeah.
He was talking to a creature that was a little glowing light that you didn't see as a glowing light. You saw as a squirrel. When he casts the spell, all of a sudden there's a burst of brilliant, scintillating light. All different colors and shades. But the patterns of it are such that if you are under the hit points, you immediately fall unconscious.
Can I have a question? I have a question.
But he's an elf.
Okay, yeah.
You're half elf or full?
Half elf.
Half elf. So you're not. You're only resistant. So you get a second save.
Is there any other pixies around that can see this, like to
Wait, is
get
it-
damage? Yes.
There was others up there.
It says immune to
You
sleep,
might
the
have
magic
just started
sleep.
a war.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Is
Oh.
it immune?
Yeah, immune.
You've got to think about
Advantage
that. What did he tell
on
you?
charm.
He said that if you...
Oh, advantage on
you
charm, so
tried to
immune.
I didn't know there was a
Or-
war.
Okay.
Wait a moment. If you tried to capture them or make them angry,
Well, he was already
they're
angry.
vindictive. Who
Yeah.
cares if it's running away?
No, it said he's gonna get me.
You guys can talk about this
Afterwards.
we get done with this. For clarification, you let off. You still absorb that many points of the spell because it affects you, but then it doesn't because you're immune to it. So you went scintillating light, and he's going, "What's with the light show?"
Oh.
And it didn't do anything because it didn't get the pixie because he absorbed most of the damage.
Uh huh.
And it's not damage, but most of the effect were right in his eyes.
So useless.
You blind.
You're
So
trying to
all
blind
of a
me?
sudden I
Oh my
see-
God! Abandon me! Can I say something real fast to the pixie? I am not with this infidel.
You're just shouting into the trees.
Yeah, well,
Because you don't see her anymore.
I know. I'm gonna yell as long as this. I have tried to
So
catch a spell on her.
He's ignoring you and he's shouting into the tree, "I am not with this infidel!"
How close am I?
Well, you're now within 30 feet.
What?
You're now within 30 feet. If you want to go close with him, you can.
Yeah.
Wait, aren't you blind?
No.
No. He shook it off. He goes,
Oh.
because he's immune to sleep, and the effect of that sleep is the effect of
I
that
want to
spell
get
is
right
sleep.
next to him.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. As you're attempting to slap, you see this one raising his hand to that one.
Oh no.
So she
She
comes running
springs
up.
to her feet. She comes charging right into him.
You see, you're running. Don't you do that!
I push him into her so she makes sure she gets his hit. He gets hit by her. Yeah.
No, she's right in front of me. She just
Basically, you're getting ready to slap, and she was.
Oh, I
she
see.
just approaches
I'm like,
and tries to prevent the slap.
okay.
She's like, "What are you doing? What are we fighting with each other for?"
Oh, she's just doing that.
He stole all my stuff. She stole all my stuff and tried to blind me.
And look at my blankets are on her feet.
Yeah.
You will share the blankets now. Take half
Yeah,
of them
yeah.
and give it to him.
I take the blankets that's off my feet.
No, you won't. Because we'll have to do the same to protect him. Give him the whole blanket.
Oh, right. Yeah, sure.
Now, why did you cast that spell?
I saw. Wait. Do I have any?
You didn't see his spell because his spell would have.
Oh no, but I just complained.
Oh, the color spray. No, you would have seen the color spray.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I
It's right.
is your thing on, or am I just hearing blah 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 blah?
She
No,
turned it
She
on.
must have turned it on.
Yeah, turned it on.
So it's going. Why are you attacking him? What is that spell?
I pointed up at the trees and I saw fairies. Or is pixies?
You don't know.
I saw winged creatures that very shallow personality.
Just very pretty little butterfly winged creatures.
Yeah, but that has a shallow personality.
You don't know that part.
Don't mess with that fairies.
Stop.
What's
Well,
wrong
you
with
didn't know what's happening. You saw something else.
You just said You saw fairies.
Yeah, but
you saw
you-
fairies. He goes, no, you didn't. You saw a squirrel.
Oh, yeah, you
Don't
Wait,
mess with
stop. There's an army of 100 little men dressed in uniforms with bows. And if those 100 little men come this way with their bows, they could probably do us some harm.
Do they have
Because
wings?
No.
Fairies? Fairy folk?
Yeah, the little men you saw did not have wings.
They did not have
They
wings.
did not have wings.
Well, okay, maybe those aren't fairies, but
And, and then they're
fairies.
small, right? Like, how big are they? Like
A fairy is well.
no, I mean the men. Like, are they
well,
like?
you
this size?
that's her. She's
Like, how big are they? Like,
Foot and a half.
okay, so then it would take like 30 minutes to get to where we're at, probably, because we're like our foot length.
No,
We walk further away.
they walk
versus-
as if they are in warm weather.
Are they in formation?
Yes.
Oh, I
I
point toward the edge of the forest we should be.
Yeah, he goes, look back over there. There's no longer the curve of the forest.
There's no more heat. Wait, there's heat. I mean, there's no more.
There's no more edge of the forest with snow. You don't see any.
Do we stick
She
to the
turns
cold?
off her thing, and there is a virulent curse in Terran.
Hey, what?
She starts that clicking
Oh,
roaring
okay.
sound of hers.
It's like fuck.
Pretty much.
And then I point back up to his fairies. I'm like, I tried
Tried
to.
to do what?
I tried to
Attack
make.
the fairy.
You don't know that. Give me a second. You don't know that.
Okay.
Let me explain what happened. So I was attacking him, and I was trying to make it so that the fairy didn't feel threatened or feel like she was being attacked.
Why am I not backhanding you?
He starts to raise his hand again, like that's not what happened.
Well, just in case the fairy is like close
No,
by.
I know what you're doing, but I can understand his response. Like, what? That's not what.
You didn't even know I was there.
You didn't know I was there.
You didn't.
You don't know nothing. I'm a street rat, man. I know where my
I'll be able
surroundings
to
are.
stick around for long. Hey, Kipper says hi.
Hi, Kipper.
Kipper.
Stop. Okay, this is getting us nowhere.
Are you still talking to us, or are you talking to
She
the
turns it back on.
Okay.
This is getting us nowhere.
All right. So
You think you saw
a fairy?
a fairy?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, she's going.
And I try to protect it.
But hang on. In her vernacular, fairy is still an epithet for people who would have different life choices.
Oh, okay.
No.
Wow.
Because she's Nordic. They have lots of tales of the little fairy.
But I'm saying that the computer translation would not have been.
Yeah, that it would be fairy like okay.
It would,
Oh,
it would not have translated.
Another fairy.
It would have been a nice orgy, like you know.
Okay, describe said fairy.
Wings, beautiful, shiny.
Butterfly wings.
Butterfly wings. Yeah.
You're talking about the faithful,
Fae, yeah.
the
Fae
Sealy court.
Yes, I tried to make friends and not do anything wrong.
Where in the hell am I?
In the forest.
You put her head into her head.
Was it possible to burn down this forest?
And try to light it on fire.
Stop.
Okay.
What is with you destroying everything you see?
Well, fairy folks, man, they really think I did something bad. So
Did you do something bad?
So your idea is to burn down the forest.
What? If he died?
Okay,
If
can
he
you?
died?
This is your ward.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna hit her. Why wouldn't you? You should
Hitting
let
doesn't solve a problem.
Yes.
Get control of her and get her
It's
out
a
of here.
reset button.
Nice.
You got it.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Put her in her place.
Yeah, get her.
I'm a
under
woman, a
control.
proud, independent woman that does not need no man to smack her.
I put the gauntlets on.
You don't have the gauntlets. I have them. I stole.
You stole the cups.
You can't steal his gauntlets off him when he's sleeping.
Why not?
He was over in his own tent. You were
Yeah,
over
but I
with
stole his
me.
blankets.
Stole my
No,
blankets.
you were. She was. No, as your ward, she would have been laying next to you.
Yeah.
All she did is she just slowly rolled until she had all the covers. Then she kept rolling and ended up rolling clear over to where she was sleeping. And she basically cuddled her. So
Yeah, pretty much. It was nice and warm too.
Stop. I've had enough of you. You need to be quiet and stop doing
You've
what
had
you're doing.
enough of her.
Do you know how long I've been castling with her?
Just a moment.
You forced me here. I was fine where I was at.
They were getting perfect.
The sound of the drums is getting closer.
Okay, I'm
we
gonna have
need
to go.
withdraw.
We should move out, probably.
You don't know what's happened. Wait, does he know what's happened now?
She just said.
She just
Soldier,
described it.
Okay.
there's a bunch of soldiers coming.
Okay, so then, yeah, I agree with,
That's the drums we heard.
so the fairies went up, right?
Yep.
Alright. Did any other
No.
fairies get...
Leave them alone.
I don't know, man, they're gonna attack me later.
That's your fault.
Fairies, I'd like to
No, it's
apologize
his fault.
to my idiot ward here.
Oh wait, he's part of this. If they can get revenge from me, they're gonna get revenge from
She
him
didn't
too.
know.
Anyways, can we head towards where where it was
Well,
supposed
what is?
the snowstorm was supposed to be?
So you're headed home. You want to go head back to your camp?
Yeah, we're gonna try to
You
head.
didn't gather any wood. You didn't gather any.
We
Well-
still need wood.
He did grab some. He did grab some extra pine cones.
Yeah.
Okay,
Here.
but we need. Let's go away from the sound
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
towards that way. There's more forest. Hopefully, we can get more.
Well, I mean, like they're not dressed. They're not dressed for the weather. I'm just saying.
Fairy.
Listen,
To warn you about
They don't-
soldiers approaching.
don't you know
Beware of them.
about fairies? They don't feel the weather
But
like
you
we
said
do.
that wasn't
Time to move
fairies.
out.
You said it was.
Time to
I
move
never
out.
said it was not a fairy.
Time to move out.
Okay, fine. I say we go to the camp.
Town.
Camp.
We're moving up. Heading back towards camp. As you head back towards camp, you find that there is no edge of the forest. You are still in forest after another 20 minutes of walking. You are not where you were before. There, as a matter of fact, it's possible that you might not be able to find your way back because there was no edge of the forest.
Oh man, that's cool.
Okay.
The trees here are increasingly large. The farther you go back, which would be westbound, the larger the trees are in circumference. Some of the lower stumps and stalks of the trees, if you will, have rather imposing looking faces on them. Eyes are closed, but there are different gnarled and terrifying looking images on the tree themselves.
You want
The
to go
sound
back?
of the sound of the soldiers.
Wait.
Eventually, the sound of the soldiers will subside as they either you've drifted off of your course or they weren't actually pursuing you and have turned. But either which way, the faintness of the drums and the pipes eventually drift off.
We've lost any
Are there any
chance of-
lights? Like the fairies or anything? Like, is there any lights in the sky?
Okay, there are lights among the trees, but they are multiple different colors, and they seem to be floating of their own accord in all kinds of different directions.
I'm
Okay.
gonna do my sense.
People?
What?
Detect people?
Divine sense.
Divine sense.
So, the activating divine sense, you do not detect within your range any of the kinds of creatures you would be able to detect, which would be there are no undead, there are no, no, that's not true. You would be picking up Fae all around.
Oh, that's good.
You
Cool.
have entered a Fae realm.
Sweet. Is there anything
Is
valuable? in
it
the case?
25 degrees warmer still?
Oh, it's more like 65 degrees warmer. It's actually you're sweating in your furs.
First.
All right, sweet. That's always good.
So she'll open up the front end of the coat. You share that blanket.
Well, we don't need the blanket
gonna-
anymore.
No, but you share it
Go to my
anyway.
back.
I can't share
You
my
stop
blanket.
stealing from people.
I didn't steal from him. It was a plane crash. I mean, a boat crash, pretty much.
It was
No, no.
public domain. We were sharing the blanket, and I ended up with it.
Yeah, pretty much. Wait, you got cuddled. You were warm. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
I almost froze to death.
It's not my problem.
I ended up where I started. You didn't.
I
Didn't.
try to make friends, and this guy comes up and scares my friend.
Oh,
Not cool. Not cool.
what friend?
Hey. Oh, was it?
She turns off the box. There again.
Okay, so
a string of Terran.
okay.
And
Alright.
she still keeps going west, and then, oh my God, we don't have the slightest idea where north is. right now.
Well, we can head
Sort
away.
of west.
If we head away, it's like the further away we head away from the center, it feels like it's getting more.
Where's the center?
The center is where the trees weren't so big and scary. Aw, cute.
No, that's what you hear.
Puppy. Yeah, it's a puppy. Sounds like a puppy.
Puppies
See? Puppies.
don't have that volume.
Like that's a puppy right there. There you go.
That sounds bigger than puppy.
Yeah.
Is this coming towards us from the dark side of the forest, or
No, it's like all around.
All around?
It just you realize you're in a forest, and so
Yeah, but she's looking at sorry. This is like
Can I
kind of out of all the fairy tales and things, you know.
Is it nighttime?
well, yeah, it's still nighttime. It's remember where you were was Evernight. It was
I like?
it was your north of the Arctic Circle. Now it happens to be dark here too, so more than likely. It is
See,
dark.
the sun hasn't yet come over the horizon. We haven't gotten to the quote-unquote spring-ish time.
Can I? I want to examine the trees of the faces. The faces.
Okay.
No throwing spells at them.
Okay. Wasn't going to. I don't want to waste any more
Say it
pass.
now. So you
No, she turns on her back. No spells.
It's okay. So I
Now, she
take.
takes this off and she says no in her language.
Okay.
No.
Oh, so now I know what no means in her language.
Well,
Sweet.
it's pretty easy syllable, so.
No. All right. No. All right. Very well. All right. I'm gonna go examine the
Okay,
face,
so now she has...
and I'm gonna take out my dagger just in case.
Okay.
Hey, wait.
So she approaches the tree
with a
and
dagger.
pulls a knife out.
No.
I'm not gonna damage it.
No.
So you walk up to one of the faces. It's sitting there. It doesn't have its eyes open. It's got a snarl though.
So it's growling.
Take her off. Take her
Just it
off.
looks like it.
You know what? You think?
Take it. Take her off.
Hey, give me a second. I'm talking. I want to try to talk to him. All right.
So what are you gonna say?
It's like, hello, sir. Is it like? Does it look like a guy or a female? Or is it?
It's a tree.
Oh, okay. Hello, you. Is it a beautiful fur? It's a.
Whoosh! You guys see one of the branches from above swing low past her head.
Back up from the tree, you idiot.
Whoa. I'm sorry if I offended you in any way. It's fine, I'll walk away. He's such a crybaby. And those eyes of disappointment.
Okay, so
I feel like they were
I
intelligent.
try to position myself.
Oh, what?
Like, well, as she walks away from the tree, I try to position myself behind her, just in case.
Behind? I'm
between you,
diabetic?
he's
Oh.
interposing himself
Yes.
between
You
the
and
tree
the
and
tree.
you.
Okay, fine.
So you don't get hurt.
Oh, okay. I thought you said behind me, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
but
in
you
reference
turned
to-
away.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I did.
Okay, so as you're walking away, one of the tree's eyes slowly opens and looks at you, and then the other opens.
Hello. I am Lester, son of Lyclor.
Shit.
Oh.
Slow down.
You.
She turns on the translator.
Talk too fast.
Do I get it translated?
No, because it doesn't. It'll time out. It takes so long to say each word. You won't get a translation because it'll just sound like individual sounds.
Lester.
Hello.
Son
Really?
of
Draw a bit.
like Lord. Pleased to me, you.
And I smack him over the head.
The snarl becomes kind of a grin. Really slow. Just
We are
It feels like he's messing with him.
lost.
no one finds here unless they're supposed to.
Where is here, you beautiful fur?
The tree swings at him again. and clouts him hard.
Her? I call it a fir. A fir is a type of tree.
Yes, but that's not necessarily the right type of tree.
It's a freaking willow. Come on, guy. Pay attention. You could even have done a nature check and known what kind of tree. But assuming that you know what a tree is,
That's
is what
racist.
gets you slapped.
Okay,
A
fine.
fir is a conifer. This is
I
A
was
deciduous tree.
okay, fine.
just a moment. She turns on her thing. This tree shouldn't be anywhere near this climb. It's a deciduous tree. It should be
She starts giving you the scientific explanation on
latitude south from now. They're here in the temperate
How much damage I
zone.
take?
She says a
You
temperate
took 4
warm.
points of damage.
My
And make a dex save to stay on your feet because she hit you.
war
It's a she?
Yes, it's the she.
is
Oh, okay. 15.
an idiot.
Wow.
This horrible sound comes from the tree. It shakes all over, and it takes a few seconds for you to realize that you've actually caused the tree to laugh.
Oh, okay. Very well. Sheesh. I was just trying to be.
She'll try using the translator.
It won't do you any good.
It's gonna take too long.
Each syllable, you can't make a sound that it will translate as a word because each sound takes longer than the translator can
Okay,
handle.
she says to you,
What does it say?
tell them, ask him,
Her.
her,
See?
her,
See?
her.
Yes.
Ask her
For a date.
if she can help us get out of the woods towards Anchorage.
You don't have to go through
Yeah.
now that we understand each other,
Yeah.
it does take a long time for conversations to go on, but we don't have to role play the actual.
Alright.
So
I
you
sit down like we seek
exactly
victory.
sitting down. That's a good idea because these conversations with trees take a long damn time.
I just shut up.
So I discussed with the tree.
Good. She sits down.
First of all-
trees first.
Right.
And
yeah.
then-
Well, the pleasant trees will take all afternoon. So it's fine to get past that because you are
Can I examine the
you
floor?
as creatures don't live long enough to waste on pleasant trees. We trees share pleasant trees. You get it?
Yeah, the next
Well,
pun.
Pleasant trees. Yes, exactly. So, in the meantime, however,
Play on words.
I'm sorry I won't be able to help you. I don't know where Anchorage is. I don't even know what an anchorage is.
Is there a way
it's
out
like
to the forge?
A city?
A
Stop.
city.
Group of
Okay,
people?
is there a way out of the forge?
A
To
forge.
you,
of
she
people.
goes, she turns on the machine. So, what did it say?
What the? I mean,
It's a city, right?
okay. Actually, I have a
Anchorage is a city,
question
yes.
for the tree.
Well, what it did
and
say
I try to
about
be extremely
going
respectful this
Sure,
time.
and slow.
Slow.
I don't
But
know.
It doesn't.
is there a way to make pixies not mad at you?
Ask it.
at you?
This is part of.
Is there a way to
enchanted forest.
like a peace treaty in a sense, like make friends?
I would think
Sure.
we're in an
I-
enchanted forest.
Get-
We're talking
get,
trees.
Just ask it.
Receive. Okay. When you return back, he's talking. So after you don't even know what he was talking about, so his slow syllables don't leave you with much of an understanding of what he was trying to say. But it had to do with pixies. You heard him say pixies in there in the middle, and the voice comes back and says, "With permission of the Sealy Court, you might court one someday.
Ooh. Is this a romantic courting or is this a...
Sealy,
Well,
Sealy
Trying
Court.
to be a warlock, or
The
you trying to
High Fairy Court.
get laid?
She
Hey,
two
man.
other things.
She's beautiful. I don't mind. I can go both ways.
Just a moment.
Yes.
You're
And
female.
back to your question.
Careful. You're female. You don't court a female pixie.
Enchanted Forest are we in?
Oh. Do you know that? Do you know that?
Oh, we're nowhere.
Yes.
I mean, like, do you know that? Because
Do you
you're
know
from a
of
different...
any town or?
And you have...
We have tales
What
of
is a
Sealy
town?
Court and unsealy Court.
Okay, so...
And in most cases, you
gathering
don't
of
want to
people.
deal with either one of
A
them.
Okay,
forest
so
of
what's
people?
that? If I ask.
Because if you don't
Similar.
deal properly with one, you can end up enchanted in a
Where
forest
people
forever.
pretty
And
much-
this is what
The
this place
forest.
seems to be.
Okay.
People.
That's where trees meet, is in the
You
forest.
just don't get out.
A forest of people.
A forest of people.
They do bad things.
That sounds dangerous.
It can be.
Wait, what? What's happening?
This
Like earlier,
now,
there was a band of soldiers with bows. We escaped.
Oh no, that would more than likely be one of Puck's divisions.
Who's Puck?
One of the princes.
Oh, fairy people?
Of the Fae?
Of course.
Oh.
The only ones allowed in the forests of nowhere.
I
And
see.
us?
This is good thing we ran away.
Should we go to Puck to find out why we were invited?
I don't think
You were invited?
I don't
no.
Apparently,
We were not. We were not invited.
only the people that are allowed to come in the forest are here.
Right,
Right,
but usually the people that are coming in the forest are those who are lost.
Yeah.
And we are lost.
We're lost. That's why we're asking directions.
May we speak to Puck?
Oh.
If you
I die.
made provisions to be seen at court and he happened to be there, he will be there in 2 days short of a fortnight.
You know, I just need to make friends.
What provisions would we need?
You would probably have to see one of the you'd have to see a Sealy and get permission.
How do you court a fairy? What is required to court a fairy? A fae?
I'm sorry, you're switching gears way too fast. Are we talking about your previous affectation?
Yes.
You would have to be invited to court yourself, as after all, you are the lesser of the beings. Fortunately, now which one are you half elf? You're half elf.
Yes.
I'm high elf.
Since you're fortunately full elf, you have a free license for this. You have free permission to address the court.
Sweet.
Oh my God,
The power!
And you can get permission.
From me?
From a sealer.
You have to get permission from a Sealy.
I'll make sure you don't get that permission.
Which
I say that to your face.
Any of the
Elven blood.
anyone of the Sealy blood, of the full Sealy blood, who lives in a Sylvan realm, can give you that permission.
Alright, sweet.
so leave. Wait,
It's not. You don't know what that word means. You literally don't. It's hard to describe. Even in a fantasy world, very few people actually get permission to visit a Sealy court. So you'll have to investigate to find somebody who.
Do I understand? Oh, never mind. I definitely don't understand. Never mind.
so which direction should we head to find the Sealy?
Court.
Oh, to find the court?
No. I mean, we want
you have to go to Clainborough. But if you're going to go to Clainborough, any direction you walk will take you there.
Wow.
Okay. Wait. So to talk to the Sealy to get permission, I need to just walk in any direction.
No, that will find that. No, you asked two different questions.
Oh.
We are kind of precise people. Sorry, you asked two different questions. First question: how do you get permission to speak to the court? For you to get permission to speak to the court, you must ask a member of the Sealy.
All right. And where do I find a member of the Sealy?
There are so many styles and types. I can't give you a recommendation. even our king could provide that. But he says, but I'm afraid the conversation would take so long it would probably kill you.
What's beyond the forest of your people? Like beyond, like how far to get past?
Nowhere. There is no boundaries to nowhere.
Oh well, we're stuck here. Is your thing still on?
Thank you. For
And as far as that was concerned, she's not even. She should not have her eyes, since she's already seen it. She's already seen more than she should be able to see, and you will both be held accountable for that.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Can we
What's
just
that
take
mean?
her eyes?
What's that?
Can we just take her eyes?
Wait, what?
Since she's not understanding a word that's being said, yes, you could. That would solve a problem.
Okay.
You're gonna.
So you see him draw his sword.
All right.
I back away, man. This situation, I back
Things
away.
just went weird.
I do a translator run.
Put it in the box.
Find your turn.
Don't put. I point at your weapon. I point at your
No,
weapon.
she draws a dagger.
I'm gonna.
Talk. Yeah, he's gonna cut.
You have your translator?
He's gonna cut your throat
You have your translator run?
and point to the sword.
She turns her translator around.
Alright. I'm gonna say this is
He backs off.
He does back off and does
I'm going to cut right in front of your face, just above your eyes. As soon as I do, cover your eyes and act like you're blind.
no way in hell.
If I don't,
Why?
She's got a knife in her hand.
if I don't, they're gonna carve out your eyes.
Who is?
Trees? Wait, is the trees gonna do it?
The
Or-
tree people and the fae.
No.
I'm saying this as quickly as possible.
I know. Yeah, he's
So
saying
you
this
can't-
fast enough he can't translate. Right, gotcha.
Like, if you don't do this, we're gonna have to leave you and abandon you
Why?
because they will
kill
they will
you.
hold us accountable for your.
Your sight.
So you can walk around blind.
Be accountable.
You are a paladin.
Yeah, you are a paladin.
You're a paladin.
Yeah,
You
you
could
are.
stand for her. You actually morally.
You should
What
be.
all he said is you'd be accountable for her.
He didn't say
If
it.
you're brave enough, you simply say, "I will stand for her." I
You're
will-
not brave enough, though.
What I'm saying is, I'm just gonna do a little.
No, I will not resort to subterfuge.
Yeah.
You really shouldn't either. It's a paladin. I understand why you're going. This would save us both a lot of trouble. She's like, "No, stand up for it."
Yeah, man. I even backed away from this situation, and I'm the one that tried to burn down the forest. Wow. See? Okay, I
Am surrounded by idiots. Basically, I tell the Willow. Can I call her Willow?
Sure.
Are we friendly? We're
Sufficiently so. It's my family name. It's okay.
Basically, she won't allow me to blind her, even though we could eventually cure her.
No, you misunderstand. She is not supposed to see any of the Sealy court.
Oh, so
But
she's fine here.
No, but she already. If you are aware of Puck's army, it's because she saw it. And if she saw it, she's already seen that which could cost her eyes. You will be accountable for that knowledge. Just be prepared for
if we
what
don't
that means.
if we don't inform them of us knowing about the
But
army.
you already have.
Oh, yeah, we already told him.
Oh,
Because the Sealy,
are everywhere.
there's no reason for them to keep secrets from one another.
Son of a bitch.
That's how they live. That's how they live so peaceably. Is that everyone knows everybody else's business here.
Ugh. All right. I found it.
So now that I know that you're willing to face the danger, your best bet would be to go see what's her name? think it's Sinestra, but let me look. Here it is.
This is why you're a paladin. It's a failure.
I mean, I don't even want to vouch for her. I wouldn't want to vouch for you, except I have to.
Yeah, it's Stacia.
You're
You need to see Stacia.
Stacia.
What is that? Is that
Stacia
an
Blessen. What?
So is it a fairy princess or?
Well, not exactly. Stacia Blessen is a hag that lives on the edge of the forest between here and in the land of Lost.
And I can find that by going any direction? Or
No, you have to walk until you've forgotten.
Where you're going? Oh, that's fun.
Thank you.
I want to search the area for anything of use to me. Can I, like,
Searching
magically?
the area, so you're just randomly picking up stuff off the ground?
Yeah, but with
Okay.
like magic, like properties to it.
This is the land of the Fae.
All right, then.
Everything has some nature of
Okay, then. Yeah. Okay,
So
Daniel.
roll percentage dice.
Okay. This one, the 20.
No, percentage. That's the two 20-sided
Two
dice rolled.
10.
Two 10-sides you rolled a minute ago. Only you're going to now read the
Oh,
zero.
this one?
Read the extra zero. That number's first.
0, 0, and 6.
So 6%. Alrighty.
Oh wow, that's bad.
No, I mean, it could be random.
It could be good. It could be bad. Could be your doom.
That feels like doom, though.
Well, it should.
No. Can it be his doom?
It probably will be.
Oh yeah.
Die
Thank
safe.
goodness. Thank goodness. I hope something good now that he has to read. Look at that.
I don't want to intrude on their thing.
No, actually, the only way we'll get out of here is to.
Yeah, so we have something valuable. Maybe they
Okay. Just digging around in the muck and mire, you find 3 large seeds and a key.
Ooh, I keep that. Man. Do you want to do it too, sir?
I asked the tree for permission to search for anything that could be useful on our travel.
A key.
Why would you need to search for anything you don't already have?
So
Are you
this-
not sufficient to your life as you are?
Nope.
No, we.
2 seeds.
What is? Wait, she turns it on.
You have to wait till he translates that to even.
Yeah.
So
Sweet.
Tell me. What did he say?
You said, don't you have enough already, basically?
We have food for. You have 9 days. I have 14
Actually,
days.
10 days maybe.
How much do you have?
With
I have 3
the
days worth.
oh, can I give him my I'm gonna give him my my pine needles. Not my pine needles. My pine cones.
he hands you some pine cones.
Okay, so like pine cones, if you don't know, have seeds in them that you can eat. Like at the you break off, so it gives you like maybe a day. Maybe.
No, that would take.
I'll
50.
show you.
Yeah, maybe it give you some energy for like a boost. Energy boost. Give you an energy boost maybe.
I offer
You're giving her.
Willow one of the pine cones.
It
Would
seems
you
like that
one of
seems
these?
blasphemy.
Are you some sort of slaver?
See?
No.
See? This is why I told you not to.
Offering them to you. So you can
But
them.
why?
Put them back on the floor. Put them back on the floor. Put them on the floor right now. Don't talk.
Okay.
Put them on the floor.
I'm asking if you would like them to grow with you.
They won't.
They won't?
No, there's far too many dangers here in the forest.
Oh, that's
Alright,
maybe
we'll bring
weird.
them to somewhere safer then. And then
If you choose.
put them back in my pack.
This is why you don't talk. It sounds like cannibalism, honestly.
No.
What? None. No, just offering them.
Yeah, to eat.
To plant. No, to grow along with them.
Oh, I thought you were offering food to them.
No.
That's why I
Why
said
would
cannibal.
trees
No,
eat
why-
other plants?
And why would but why would a willow want to have conifers grow under their roots?
They wouldn't
That's
want
the
it.
reason why trees actually, I don't know if you know this is actually true, especially pine trees create herbicide.
That kills other plants around
That's
it.
why when you see a pine tree growing, there's nothing underneath it. Because the pine tree actually seeds
the needles, right?
The liquid,
the sap?
like when rain, just when rain runs off of that filmy substance on the
Oh.
side of the needles, that has a built-in herbicide in it. So as the rain drops that water down onto the ground, it takes with it the poison that kills
Rhododendrons
anything.
do the same
Oh.
All of them, almost all plants do some form of this. Gourds do it differently. Gourds just create really big shading leaves, but that's because other plants can't handle the shade.
Okay.
Dude, this is a great weapon against
kinda dicks.
fur people.
Yeah, you're finding that the forests are literally places of warfare, almost always.
Okay.
All right, so
So that's why you went purple.
all right, so stop talking.
Alright.
We head out.
But what was the roll?
What? Oh, can I do a perception check on the seat?
No, he went foraging around while you were talking
Yeah.
because your conversations took so long. So no, you're not going to do. any
She's
searching.
whispering to herself and tearing. It's a bad B movie
All
flick. It's a bad B movie flick.
Let's find
B movie was a bad movie.
the tallest tree.
What?
Let's go to the tallest tree.
Well, okay. I thought we were just supposed to
Wait,
be.
we're
Get
gonna
lost.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The tallest
What
tree
did
is
he
that
say
way. And we wanna go
about
this
getting
way.
out of here?
First, we must find San-Yet Cruisen. Am I saying it right? No, not even close.
You butchered that name badly. Stasia Brayson.
That's why I was like, I was wondering.
Strasia Brazen?
Strasia.
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 Strasia
Strasia
Brayson.
Brazen. Strasia. STRACIA
Again.
BRAZON.
CEN.
CEN.
Brayson.
Alright.
Brazen.
Can I do a perception check on the seats to see if I know what this is? While we walk.
Perception or arcane?
Arcane, I guess, yeah, actually. Because it'd be more magical than. No.
Okay. Go ahead.
12. Oh, no. No, 12.
Seems to be some kind of bean seeds. The
Really?
beans.
Magic beans. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yes. Please be the giants in the beanstalk situation.
Do you know how hard it is to kill a giant? We're level 2.
I'm just saying. The goose, it lays golden eggs and
We
then.
can't do that. We can't get golden eggs if we're
I'm
dead.
talking to myself,
If
man.
You don't know that story.
I know, I'm talking to myself.
That's not from your land. That's from my land.
Oh, wait, that's from your land?
She's from Earth, remember?
Oh, okay.
But she didn't tell you this.
Yeah, so that I don't know. I didn't know she was from Earth.
She's just a primitive.
But yes, magic beans have been known to find their way to castles. Yes.
Oh, maybe. Alright, let's go.
Alright. We move on.
This key seems interesting, though.
Tallest tree. And then we sit.
Why are you looking for the tallest tree?
What?
Yeah.
So we can get lost.
No, that tallest tree would be the king tree.
No. We're just,
No, we're not heading there.
no.
I
Like
thought
the
we're
tallest tree in the general area.
How did she tell you to get lost?
To just walk.
You keep walking until you're.
Right, so if you found a
Forget.
landmark like the tallest tree,
You're not
you've done the
lost.
opposite of getting lost.
You're getting found.
Then we find the shortest tree.
No.
No,
No,
I
stop!
know.
Look! Okay, I smack him.
No.
I know, shut up!
The two are becoming you guys are becoming quicker than the Stooges. I swear to God.
I know, I really.
Abbott and Costello.
Hey, Mikey.
Why you hit me first?
Abbott
Anyways,
and Costello.
we're gonna follow her.
No, it's more like Oliver and Hardy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I wave my hand in front of his stupid
Laurel and
face,
Hardy.
and I go to her.
That's Laurel.
Ooh.
That's Hardy.
Yes.
Thank you.
The tall, thin compared to the short, patchy. Yeah.
Wow! Wow!
No, of the two. No, and in reference to the story.
I know I'm messing with you guys.
But no, I'm talking about the one that was always being the silly one and the one that's
know,
being
that's-
straight.
yeah.
He's the straight guy.
Right.
He's,
Yeah, I
Oliver
know.
Hardy, Stanley Laurel.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so we're gonna follow you to get lost.
Okay, fine.
Walk this way, she says. No, that's another.
She'll just pick a direction and go.
All right.
She'll aim away from there, She looks. Oh, we're not. You do realize that we are not even in the land we were in.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
Let's go. Go.
So, any direction will be fine. Go.
Okay.
She just strides off.
And we follow.
When she
So,
thinks it's about.
so after about less than a quarter of a mile, the ground becomes soupy, like boggy.
She tries
You can
skirting
hear
the
the
log.
croaks of frogs in the distance and
I think we're going the right way.
hoots of owls in the trees.
I think we should go
You thought the trees were mangled before, now they're even more twisted, and the faces on them even look more malevolent. Each of them seems to have several sets of arms reaching out, like they're going to grab you.
We should go left.
We should take a right.
She tries to steer
From
a
the-
course
from the right
somewhere
direction.
between the twisting arm and the soggy patches.
Yeah.
Trying to hit hillocks and.
Okay, so as you're moving through, make a dex save. DC 13.
Wait, all of us?
Yeah.
Yes.
6. Wait, thanks.
Oh,
Plus 15.
2.
Plus 2?
Do we add our proficiency?
Only if you're
Athletics?
rogue or whatever and have.
I have both athletics and.
No, those are skills. No, I'm talking about you'd have to have lucky, I think it is, which is a halfling or a rogue thing.
Oh, okay. Then it's just 6 for me then.
Yeah, so you got a 6. But you get to include your dex.
Okay, Dex is 15, so 21.
No, you
No.
get your bonus.
You're 6 plus the 3.
Oh, okay. 6 plus.
Whatever your
2.
modifier is.
I do have acrobatics.
So,
Again, you don't get proficiency. You only get the dex.
so
modifier.
like, so.
What's your
Okay.
dex modifier?
8? I get 8.
My dex modifier is 3, and I rolled an 11.
So a 14
Mm,
against my 12, you're fine. I mean, against my 15, you're still going to miss. And you got... So you all end up soaking wet from stepping into the bogs all the way up to your midriff. And as you're climbing out, roll a d6 each.
D6. 3.
2.
1.
Okay. So that evening, as you're bedding down for camp, it's the first time you notice that part of your leg is numb in a spot, and whatever the number is, the number of leeches you find that have been attached to you.
Awesome.
Good. Only 1.
Pop the leeches.
Wait, how many did I?
They are.
You burned them off.
I have 3 leeches on me now?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Each one will you'll take 1 point of damage from as you remove it, because you've got to heat it up to get it to let go.
Yeah.
Should I-
Well, there's another way to move them.
So 1 point for each one.
Yeah.
We probably would have done
2 points.
I need a pencil. I should have brought one.
1 second.
Here. Thank you. How much health do I have in total?
Ahead in the distance, though, you do see basically a small cloud of tiny lights. His first reaction to it is it might be a congregation of fairies. It's that many different little tiny lights.
Oh yeah, man, I'm gonna die.
That doesn't seem the right way. Alright.
He's kind of excited. You go,
Norway
"Oh,
has-
look, town lights.
Norway has, which is her background, Norwegian, has lots of stories of fairies.
Yes.
You know, and fairy folk and Seelie and Unseelie court.
Right,
Do they have hags?
they do.
Okay. So she knows. Before we get to where we're going, hags are bad news from where I come from. The stories of
Is that what we're looking for?
They never mean people.
We're looking for Stasia Brayson.
Okay.
Yeah. They never mean any good to mankind. Just, we need to be cautious.
I
and
think we
aware.
should
Okay.
head that way.
So you're not going to move towards the lights?
I wasn't.
I don't think
gonna
it's-
play
The lights is the first place that looks like civilization you've seen so far.
We're not trying to get to the lights though. We're trying to get
lost.
to lost. We'll end up getting found.
Don't
if we
you
go
think
there.
we're lost?
No, not enough.
Not lost?
We just walked anywhere. Which is too
I think
close.
I'd rather go there to find out what that is.
You scared me about the hag though.
Yes.
You'll
You'll be cautious and aware.
okay.
You don't run from everything. You'll
You
never
hear
get
a
anywhere.
single female voice singing to herself. Somewhere ahead of you in the forest. Between here and the light source.
Between here and light source?
All right.
About-
Let's go to
He
the
clicks
voice.
on her thing. Did he give us a name?
Yeah, he gave us a name.
Josia. Praise.
Brace.
Prayson.
Rayson. Why don't you call that out? Like,
Do it right though. First time. Practice.
Josia Brayson. My name is Lester, son of Lyclor. May we approach?
Wait. Just laughing?
Yes, it was laughing.
This feels bad. I'm gonna
Come closer, young one.
Here you go. You go. We'll watch. Ooh, nice. Maybe I'll go.
I'm going to approach, which is a bad idea.
she has one hand under her coat, it's firmly hand, a knife in hand,
I have my knife in hand. Well, do it?
but not showing.
No. I just watch.
Are you?
There's a woman hanging clothing on two of the rather gnarled-looking trees. They don't seem to mind. Their arms seem to be outstretched almost for the purpose. But she's just putting, looks like children's clothing on the line.
You'd be delicious.
What? No, I mean,
Who's closest to being a child in this group?
Well,
a ward.
yeah, her actually. We're old.
Well, I mean, technically we're old, but
She's
You're a
young.
full elf.
you look
We're
young.
Alf. Yeah, but she's younger. The younger.
When you approach the woman, the clothing she's wearing is like a peasant dress with the big scalloped blouse. She sees you, and upon recognizing the points of your ears, she pulls it up to try to make herself more demure. Now, she only looks like she's maybe in her 40s. She's not old by any stretch, but she's also not a young chick, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But she pulls up to act more demure and goes, "Oh, I am sorry, my lord. I didn't realize that you were abroad. So glad to make your acquaintance. And how are you related to the court?"
Okay, you slide her. I
I was
whisper that.
looking to seek Strasia. Do you know of her?
Gracia.
Yeah.
I feel it's far too familiar for you to use my first name, my lord. I am she of the Brassen Cloud. Please join me in my home. Have you others with you, or are you alone?
I am alone. I will.
Oh man, this might be a bad
Indeed. Then why do you smell of woman?
idea. Oof.
That blanket smells of perhaps someone of even higher station than your own.
Okay,
It was stolen from me.
Stop.
I'm gonna head out.
So she steps out. You're about to say something, and she steps out.
You lied. Oh
You
my
lied.
God.
Yeah, you need to stop talking now. I'm sorry.
Oh, my lady! And she bows so low that her forehead almost touches her toe, and her hair falls upon the ground. So as she comes up, she's got like leaves and stuff in her hair. And she's totally aghast now. She's like, oh, this is a horrible. Please, I would be glad to entertain you in my home. Please follow me. And she kind of scampers away from you towards the
Stay
towards
here.
the house.
You two stay guard, and I go.
I'm
you're not
accompanying you.
No, you stay guard. You're
No, I'm accompanying.
You stay outside.
So the two of you are bickering.
Okay. We're gonna head out. We're gonna go before I start causing a scene. You can't even.
As you're standing there against the tree, you hear a tiny little voice beside you, up and above, saying, "She'll get hers. Don't help her. Don't help her." And you see this little elf, this little fairy, fly away from you.
Don't help her. Damn it. Hey man, talk to that fairy and make friends with her.
You didn't even see any of that.
I know. I'm just saying.
She's still staring into the tree. What the hell was that?
I'd like to check the before we enter. I'd like to
No,
check
she's processing the
Okay,
information
but you guys are walking away.
right out of a fairy tale book,
Alright.
where they show the little lighted, tiny figures with wings fluttering in the tree. You know, straight out of a Grimm's fairy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna drop the little breadcrumbs.
What? She knows where we're at.
What? It just seems like
yeah, but the thing is the two of you are arguing. I'm accompanying you. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. As they're walking towards the house, leaving you. You can hear their voices are getting smaller as they moved away from you.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, I guess.
Okay, she begins to follow tree to tree, so she's not that far away from her.
Okay.
You always have to like argue with me. Did you not see how she was acting with me? And we're trying to get her favor, in a sense.
there are children's clothing.
I don't care. Right now, we need to care about ourselves.
So when you get to the house, the front, the house is decorated as you would expect from a house in what we think of as the North German house.
Gingerbread house.
Well, no, but it's the lath and plaster. There's a main framework.
Timber framed plaster house.
Yes.
Timber framed and filled in with plaster and lath.
Daubin wattle.
Is it made of candy?
No, it's got a roof that's made out of.
Thatch.
Well, they look like they're about the color of batter, like kind of that brownish color, but it's a brown shingle on shingle, and it looks like it's been painted to look unassuming, but it feels warm. The front door is standing open, and it's one of those Dutch doors, so the upper half of the door is already open, and from here you can smell schnitzel, warm bread and meats cooking.
Oof, that actually sounds wonderful. Alright, I'm gonna honestly take. Right now, give me a second.
The bottom half of the door is closed, but it's not latched. So
Can I do a perception
Racking her
check?
brains for what she remembers about Hag.
Okay.
They not always appear to be what they seem to have.
Can I do a perception check?
Of what?
Of the house and.
Okay, so you utilize checks when you have something in particular.
I want to make sure. I want to make sure that.
Because I'm going to give you what I'm going to give you is the description of the place.
Okay. So I want like an arcane check. Then I want to check if there's like illusion or something that in the like.
Okay,
just
so
trying
when
to
you
track this.
detect arcana, everything in this forest is fundamentally magic in some sense. Even the wood itself has protections
Like a
placed on it to make it last. So.
Oh, so I don't see anything.
On the children's clothing to see
Can we pass that?
Again, what are you looking for?
blood.
Oh no!
Burns.
No. Matter of fact, they're perfectly clean.
All right. Well,
Bleached was usually the it's.
that's all right. All right. So again, I'm gonna like go and whisper in his ear this time. And
After
like,
shouting at him, you're not going to whisper.
yeah, pretty much. I was like, hold up a second. This is too friendly and for this area in this bog. Like, be back up. Like, come in if I scream for help, but just be ready for anything, in a sense. Like, stay at the door, make sure it doesn't lock.
One thing to notice as you approach the front of the house, standing in a position of what looks to be defense, its hand on its weapon, a short sword at its hip, is a faun standing and looking out at you. A satyr. Horned beast-like faced creature wearing a rather tatty little vest.
It's like a goat person.
It's a goat person.
Yeah.
Little curved sword at its hip, panpipe hanging from the other side, a look of earnestness on its face, and it looks like it was reaching for its weapon when it was carved in this fashion. So it was carved to show the animal in an alert pose.
Oh no.
Wait.
That is not good.
So it's a wooden sculpture.
It's stone,
Stone sculpture.
That's
facing
not
out
good.
from the house, as if to protect the house.
Oh, to protect the house?
That's what it looks like.
Oh, okay. I was thinking more like it got frozen in a situation, like Medusa. What? I already whispered like to you right now.
You're far enough away. You're still talking. You need to talk to
Check the
the
statue.
Check the statue. For what?
To see.
If it's magical, it is magical. Everything's magical. I tried that already. Remember?
To see if it was.
There's no way for you to detect that unless you have to have identified the specific magics on something, and you'd have to have 1,000 gold pieces in dust to be able to do that.
No,
Wait, really?
1,000?
Damn.
Is it 1,000 or 100? Whatever it is, it's a really
it's
expensive.
100.
100 gold piece. That's a pearl, right? You
It's
have
a
to have
pearl.
it as
100 gold piece
as a
pearl.
focus.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. We don't have that ability, so just
You
guard.
hear her singing again now from in the house. She's quite pleased with herself as
She
she's
comes
continuing.
in. She's working her way up there.
Okay, you come up to where they've stopped on the edge of the clearing. They haven't actually entered the
house.
actual area of the house yet. They're stopped pointing at the statue when you show up.
This is
I'll
getting
do
a
a quick-
moment.
Just
She goes up and looks at the statue.
Okay, so you want to start walking across the clearing?
well, I prefer you staying away. Well, not staying away, but like
Okay,
hiding.
so the pathway between here and the house is gravel, pea gravel, and the grass to either side is actually a very verdant clover. So it's brilliant green, leading from here all the way up to the sides of the house. The pathway is widened or made into basically two parallel paths that go around the outside of the statue, as if the statue was carved into the stone right where it was, or something along that line.
okay,
Let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
Let me finish. There are only two trees growing within the area of the clearing. One of which is in the front yard, which is an apple tree, and it is completely laden with all kinds of gorgeous-looking apples. It looks like they're on the brink of
Perfect right.
perfect ripeness. And in the backyard, there is a tree that looks like it might have been struck by lightning. It is as dour and baleful looking as the one in the front yard is beautiful. And from it, you do still see seed pods, if you will, but it looks like apples that have decayed on the vine in the front yard, in the backyard, just laden with hundreds and hundreds of fruit, which is a very uncommon thing for it to have no leaves and all the fruit.
Okay, so I want to do something first. I want to use the magic armor on myself.
Poof, you've got magic armor.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna do divine sense.
For
Okay,
what?
divine sense. Now, there is distinctly a creature. I'm trying to remember what it did.
Senses fiend, undead, celestial, anything anything consecrated or desecrated object
Okay.
within 60 feet.
Okay, there is clearly a tree that's been desecrated in the backyard, and there is a fey creature inside the house.
Do you tell me this, or do you keep this to
You don't.
yourself?
She examines the statue closely.
Okay.
We're gonna. All right.
The sculptor is so good that there are places where the fur actually stick out from the statue, and they're in perfect condition. They're not even broken off.
I shout out to the woman like, "Oh, my friend here would like to gather some of your lovely apples. Would that be okay?"
Yeah, you may each pick one, but only one. I don't recommend more because it might hinder your appetites.
All right. You want to grab one? One, just one. All right.
Don't need it.
I'm not gonna eat it, but
Yeah.
okay, I'll grab one.
Yeah, and then I'll grab one and I'll put
Okay,
it in my bag, but don't eat it.
Okay.
okay.
This
She
is-
comes back to them.
Well, he had to pass you to go to the tree.
Oh, he
Yeah.
hadn't passed it.
The
So,
tree seemed closer to the house than the statue.
okay.
Okay, sweet. We can talk.
So he comes away from the statue and tries to go to you guys.
Yeah.
Try to stay in the shadows.
I'm going to, but before you continue, look at I played some games. I mean, we had long winter nights, and one of them had a way to make flesh into stone.
Ooh.
You know, I mean, if you were a wizard.
Shadow in the house shifts just a little bit. From your vantage point, you just see a silhouette inside the archway. Can't quite make her out, but she's within range. You realize she actually might be able to hear the conversation.
I realize this.
And
Yeah,
really,
I do like this.
Nice to meet you.
So
Is that a daughter of Eve among you?
oh no. Sorry, that's scary. That screwed me up.
Yes.
yes,
You don't know that.
she says yes.
Yeah.
She-
Yeah, he doesn't.
Wait a moment. I can't understand her unless I had the box going.
Right, you good.
I had the
You
box
had to
going.
have the box going.
Yeah, yeah, too.
So you hear very creepily in a man's voice, "Are you a daughter of Eve?"
Yes.
This is wondrous. Please, bring your friends. They're both allowed. Please, bring them all.
Well,
She
we
beckons
just,
back towards the house and
yeah, just a
disappears
moment.
back inside.
We need information, and we
Well,
would
she walked back inside the house. So you'll
Okay.
have to approach
one
to
person is you are going to go in there and ask her for how we can get introduced to the Sealy card.
All right.
That's
yeah.
the only information we need.
Yeah.
Stand in the doorway so I can see you.
You know,
Stand in the doorway so I can see you.
would like when I use magic armor on myself, I use like one of my charges, right?
That is one of your spells. Yeah.
And then when I use the color
Cold
spray,
spray.
I, also,
Spell spray and the dancing lights. So you've used all your spells for the day.
I did dancing lights was
A cantrip.
Oh,
Yeah.
dancing lights is now cantrip?
yeah, I thought so. Yeah, it says cantrip, right? Dancing lights.
Okay.
Yeah, I have dancing lights cantrip.
All right, I want to give him magic armor.
You can.
I can't.
You've already used your 2 spells.
No, I have 3 because I'm
Oh.
level 2.
Okay. If he has regular armor, more than likely he's going to outdo the magic from.
Oh, so it doesn't like stack.
They don't stack.
His chainmail is two. Do you have a shield?
All right, I was just trying to protect him. All right, never mind. Then. Go along.
Alright, I got Shield of Faith.
Yeah, he's got his own ways to
No,
boost it.
so magic armor is different.
Oh yeah,
Because
you can stack
3.5.
magic armor.
Only the mage can have
but
magic armor.
it's
No,
Oh.
I thought.
You can
but it doesn't
only
last long
cast
enough,
it
does
on
it?
yourself. I don't know about
your
this.
casting time's not long enough for it to be useful for me to be right.
Usually.
Find out.
Now, if somebody could use a wand, they could use a wand on themselves and try to use magical device.
All right.
But
We'll find
this
out
one
right now.
doesn't have use magical device as a skill.
I do have a magic device though. Isn't it that what that glowy ball of magic is?
What?
The
Mage armor. Willing to touch a creature that doesn't have it, base armor class becomes
Okay.
13.
That's fine.
So if he's in chain, he's above 13 already.
Yeah.
okay.
So, yeah, it's only good for folks like you that don't have any armor, in which
Okay.
case it boosts it to 13.
Like me?
Well, I tried something.
Yeah, it would be good for her,
Oh.
because she doesn't wear any armor.
I'm wearing furs.
All right, I'm gonna give it to her then.
Okay, basically you've left yourself without any spells.
I got some fireball and I have fireball and acid.
Yes,
No, you have
cantrips.
fire bolt.
And acid.
But yeah, and acid
Yeah, they
sphere.
do 1 or 2 or 6 points.
They do small points.
Acid
Okay,
splashes.
so you're
every-
approaching the house.
I'm keeping you guys alive. Let me be.
So did I sense any movement from the
Well, as you approach, the music starts inside the
No, like
house.
from the Fae. Did I sense any movement from the Fae?
Okay, so your effect only tells you how close they are, and won't tell you what type of magic it is.
yeah.
So there's a creature of the Fae inside the house. Doesn't necessarily have to be her, but there's something in the house that is of the Fey nature. That could be anything from Quasit or an imp all the way to an archdevil, and you wouldn't know.
Probably archdevil.
What? No, I would.
Well, yeah.
I would know the difference between a Fae.
No.
Yeah, a Fey or the Infernal, but I'm just saying you wouldn't know the difference between a Fey and an Archfey. There's no way to know the power. Power you're going up against.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Do we know if it's evil? Like pure evil?
No, he didn't use the tech. He did not detect.
Oh, he did not take. Oh, okay.
It only detects the nature of the beings.
Oh, okay.
And the tree in the back has been desecrated.
Oh, okay.
Something bad happened to that tree.
Eesh. You wanted us to take a apple.
So, anyway, as you approach, music starts. And when you get a bit closer, you notice that there are hovering in the air, just inside, 2 drumsticks, a tambourine, and a flute.
Wait, hovering?
Yeah,
They're just floating there?
they're floating there and they're playing. So it creates a
Music?
light little welcome home kind of music. She's motioning you inside, and she's converted the inside of her house in the amount of time it took for her to get back here into looks like a little banquet table. She's moved all of her furnishings to the side, brought out this table, set it for 4, piled it with all kinds of good to eat foods and whatever. The aroma. The cooking aroma of her schnitzel is just amazing. I don't know if you've ever had German cuisine, but it's a lot of the heavier individual herbs.
It's amazing.
Are you talking about the potatoes that are
I'm thinking
through
about-
a ricer?
I'm thinking
You know,
about
so the little
the
tiny balls
sausage.
of potato?
Right, and then the meats are all mixed together.
Sauerkraut.
the blood sausage.
That or no, blood sausage is not so much German.
I'm
Talking about
It's
the one
English.
it's called the one I'm having in mind is something called Hunter's Schnitzel. So it's got mushroom and
ooh.
Other stuff.
Innards.
Eat the
the
food.
kind of stuff you find in a forest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eat the food and find out if it's
Herbs,
supposed
large and big twists of the braided breads and stuff like that, and plates of foods and jams and all kinds of goodies as well. Motions for you to all take a seat. Welcome. This is so great. So, how is the court in Daya?
I'm not in there.
No, she motioned for all 3 of you to come in.
Oh yeah, I know, but I didn't go in.
So you're the only one who went in.
Yeah.
He's the only one who went in.
When you come in, he goes, "Where are your friends? You clearly will be seated to the left of Our Lady, and we will have your daughter of Eve sit here next to me."
And that's
They're a bit shy.
Well, you needn't be. After all, I am as much a servant of Oberon as any of you.
okay. Can I motion her to come outside of her place and say
You're motioning from clear outside.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, never mind.
Please forgive this old woman's eyes, but I cannot see so far as to what is she motioning for. Please invite them in. Have them come in.
What's
Come
your
and sit with
It's
us.
just.
Freya.
I'm not good at lying.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, don't lie. Just say.
You're not going to lie. We need the directions. We need an introduction to
We
Oberon's court.
need an introduction for Iran's court.
Ron.
Or, sorry, not Ron.
Oberon.
Oberon.
Oberon?
The Sealy Court. But
Sealy.
Oberon is the king.
Okay, silly court.
Silly.
Right out of the jail.
Oberon is the king.
The Puck was a king.
No, Puck is a prince.
Oh.
Alright.
The prince
Actually,
of this ship.
No, he really isn't.
Puck is both prince and somewhat of a knave, but you don't know all the politics of it. But
Okay.
Oberon is married to Titania, and Titania is an
Now,
oversex.
proud Titania.
And Titania tends to be a bit of an oversexed. Yeah, she's a piece of work. She's constantly striving to get Oberon excited, but he's so old and so set in his ways that not much excites him.
Wow.
So she does all kinds of things like invites other people to their rooms and stuff, and it's a mess. It's a
Sounds like a
political
mess.
nightmare. And Puck is a bit of a knave. He's not in the lineage to be king, but he has an opportunistic way and kind of hopes.
wounded its way into a level of, shall we say, the hierarchy.
He basically services Titania's needs, brings her whatever she wants.
Oh my.
And almost always what she wants is bad for the Sealing Court.
Okay.
Because it usually means seeping into the real world to get stuff.
Oh my god, I could use this.
Yes, if you've read 12th Night or Midsummer Night's Dream, you've heard of Titania and her nonsense.
We can make friends with that.
She causes one guy to fall in love with a mule. And makes the mule fall in love with the guy, and the gal gets messed up. So, please have your friends join us. I'd hate for this food to go to waste.
It's gonna go with. Tell her I'm full from the apple. Sorry, never mind. I'm not.
So you don't want him to lie, but you want him to lie for you because you didn't eat the apple.
Ah, damn it. Yeah, you're right, huh? You're bad at lying.
Well, I mean,
He's not even lying. He's standing in the doorway going,
Oh wait, she can't hear. She can't hear me.
what my character would say. I think.
Go, yes.
Yeah, go for it.
Right.
Go for it.
Like, well, I've noticed the desecrated tree.
Oh yes, that is such a sad story. If you sit and eat with me, I'll tell you that story, and perhaps you can right that wrong.
Yeah. Oh, you're
Um,
not. You're.
And the children's clothing.
Yes, I have many nieces and nephews and godchildren in the town.
What town?
What?
What town? Oh, the Fey town.
You're not here.
Oh no, sorry.
You didn't come inside,
Damn
unless
it.
you're getting closer to hear the conversation.
No, you're right. Sorry.
And something.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Can't quite say what it
And
is, but
it's
something
good for a
feels a
reroll.
little off. I'm not sure what it is.
It could be my pet in the corner. It does kind of distract sometimes.
Is it a fae?
When you look, it looks like a mastodon, like an elephant, but it's about 1.5 feet tall, and it's shaggy. I mean, it is
Shaggy like a mastodon should be.
right,
Oh my god, I want to go in now.
A creature of the earth.
and it's got its ears hang down. They hang down, and and its fur is rainbow colored.
Can I pet your mastodon?
Oh, my Minimith?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yes, but your friends need to come in so that I can close the door. I can't let it out of its cage without being able to secure it, because it would just fly away.
It has wings? Oh, that's cool.
Guys, I want to pet the puppy. Come inside.
I said it in the wrong person.
I'll head there. Because when we're split up, and
Yeah, you
you
go.
will come with me.
Alright, I go with him.
She actually takes your arm and goes.
I said I go with you.
I pet the.
Okay, so as soon as you all get in, she again motions to where your seats will be. She says, "Let's eat first, and then we'll let the Minimith out, and you can pet it after." It's such a distraction because once it gets going,
Look
its
at-
music becomes
we
almost unbearable.
You said
She
music?
turned on the translator. Look, we really don't have time. It's critical that we get to where Oberon is, and
And as you start to talk, the box is going. They don't understand a word of it.
Oh, they don't.
You don't understand what she's trying to say.
What about the box? Oh, you don't have the box on.
No, she flips on the box, but the sound it's making is
not
not
clear.
understandable.
Oh.
does she understand it?
Does she?
Who understand?
You, her,
No, the heck.
the hag?
Does she show comprehension?
No, she's looking at you with this look of curiosity. What is with the screaming box?
It's a translator.
Yeah, she don't know.
And he goes, and you didn't understand her question anyway.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I didn't understand her question.
And
He
it's
turns off the box.
Oh, this is nice.
She motions for you. Please have a seat.
No, she doesn't pass it.
All right.
She plunks down in her chair. Starts to. She pulls out pulls her platter towards the big platter and starts to pull some of the schnitzel and stuff onto her own plate. 2 or 3 big help. I mean, She's got a healthy appetite for somebody in her 40s. She's not her shape does not suggest that she's.
My
I
guard.
grabbed some food
Really?
You pluck down too.
and put it on my plate.
Oh my god! You just don't listen.
What?
My guard. I will sit, but he needs to stand. He needs to always be on guard. He's my personal.
Oh, he certainly needs something to eat. You guys have been
No,
traveling all day.
he is forbidden until I permit it. I'm sorry that I do not wish to be rude.
You are a mistress of the Sealy court. I would never
Stand back.
presume.
I take a seat and it's like, thank you for understanding. We are currently looking for.
Please help yourself.
One moment. We are currently looking for. And I point to him to talk. Go ahead and talk.
Well, one of the things we would like to know is about the desecrated tree.
Yes, as I said, once we've eaten, we can definitely talk about that. It's not something that we can fix in the time that it takes to eat. And this food's going to get cold.
And also,
I worked all morning, and you guys happen to come along and be the ones that are going to benefit from this. It would be horrible for this to all go to waste.
go ahead and eat. Yes.
How did you know? Why did you create? Why did you make such a?
He put
Feast.
food on her plate. It seems to go into her mouth and be chewed, but oh boy, that cheek on one side is bulging a little bit.
How did you know that you're going to have company?
Oh, this is just something I threw together on the instant. I have all the I have the materials to do this at any time. And I've been wanting to do this for a while, and you came along.
All right. I take a sausage.
Yeah, definitely.
Take a sausage. You are not allowed to eat.
I stand there.
Okay. So you're faking it back there, and you're going to eat.
I'm
So
gonna
go
eat.
ahead and make your deception check, please.
Mine?
Yep.
Not very good. And I do not have deception, and that would be what? Wisdom or intelligence?
Neither. It's charisma.
Charisma. Oh, I actually have a score on that. Total of a 7.
Yes. So after a couple of bites, she comes around and stands next to you, puts her hand on on your shoulder as she reaches across. The scent of her is rather intoxicating as well, because she seems to have bathed in rose water, and she reaches over and grabs some food and pats you on the shoulder. Eat, please, I insist. As she eats right over your shoulder.
She shrugs her shoulder out from underneath her hand.
Okay, so
Are all daughters of Eve this testy?
yes, very much so.
And how do you know the daughters of Eve?
Through her,
She's the only example, and yet you know they all are like this?
yes. Are you questioning my knowledge?
I think you need to go ahead and make your bluff check right now.
Okay,
She might have never met other
15 plus whatever. What would bluff count as?
So how do I get her to eat then?
What?
She's gonna waste away out here if she doesn't eat something here in the.
We have food, but that's not
Let me say grace for this table.
grace.
Yes.
Yes.
And then-
a blessing.
And
on the
then a
table.
blessing of the table, and then maybe she'll feel more comfortable eating. If you don't mind, I say grace.
And casting a spell.
Yeah.
Ooh! That's clever. That's clever. Show her. That's genius.
Oh no.
It's fine.
Oh man.
Great stuff.
And so once he does that, then he'll point at you and say, "Eat something. Eat something."
Telling me to go to bed.
Yeah, exactly.
8:40. Telling me to go to bed.
Nice.
She takes really. Thank you very much. Thank you for the blessing, lady. Thank you for.
By the way, when you shrugged away and he did this, her demeanor radically shifts. It's like she gets this look of she just glares. She goes back over and plunks down in her chair, takes a bite of her food, and spits. Well, what is this business you need then? I guess we need to get straight to business now.
She's just
Yeah, now
business
you're
herself eating.
Slap in the face.
She takes warm bread. She takes butter. She puts in the schnitzel because it's a lot of carbohydrates. She carbs up.
Oh, wow. All right.
What is it you need? Since you
Give me a second.
Since you deign to snub my hospitality, place a curse upon my meal. By all means, tell me what you might want from me.
Give me a moment. You may eat now. All right.
We would like.
In between stuffs and checks.
What is that thing?
By the way, for clarification, those in the audience didn't see the note. In the prayer, he cast purify food and water on the table. Not good for me. Great for them. Well played.
Well, we want to go to the Silly, and we need basically permission.
And you think by insulting me and snubbing my meal as I prepared it, you would receive such from me?
Yes, because you threatened.
You wanted her to feel comfortable eating. I thought this was what you wanted. I'm sorry.
Nice. That's worth a BP. Well played, sir.
BP is very important, but on the top of your front page, it's good.
Just put the letters BP and put a hash mark. You're going to want to
B
collect them.
as in
Blessing point.
blessing point.
Damn,
We'll explain
man.
more about them later, but right now you have one BP.
She
She
says,
says, there is one thing. There's one thing that you could do for me. This problem with the tree in the backyard. I have had a problem with gathering fertilizer for it, and I would like to lift the desecration that has occurred. And to do that, I'll need something from you.
What will you need from me?
She says, well, I'll give you the details, but you did wish to pet my mammoth first, so let me please get it out of its cage. So she goes over and she pulls the chain on it, and the little thing comes trotting out. And it's got a pair of, look like dragonfly wings on its shoulders.
Oh my god, it's adorable.
And as it gets out, the wings flutter open, and it starts flying around the room. But it looks like it's trying to escape, because it bashes into the door, tries to bash into the windows, tries to bash into the lower half of the door. When it finally realizes that it can't get out, it comes back and it'll settle and land, basically plunk down in the middle of the table, kicking the food out of the way and just kind of plumping down. Close enough for you guys all to reach out and pet it if you so desire.
I slowly approach it and run my hand on its back.
Make a wisdom save.
I want to take its first.
9 minus 1, 18.
Ooh, well done. As soon as you come in contact with it, your resistance to charm kicks in. This animal's allure would keep you here. In other words, petting it makes you want to stay forever. But because of your elven nature and your resistance and rolling really high on die roll,
I'm gonna say oh wow, this thing is so adorable. Just petting it makes me want to stay here forever.
Wait, does he know that?
he just says that.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
really loudly. So
Okay.
you guys.
The woman smiles a bit. She reaches out and its tail's flicking back and forth, so she starts batting and playing with the tail. It just, as its little trunk reaches out for a morsel of food from your platter.
He lets it happen.
It brings it back to its mouth, and it too chews on it for a little bit and then spits it out. Acts surprised.
Does it?
Feel free to pet it.
I'm good.
Really? You were one of them that said you wanted to pet it.
I do. Okay, I got.
Right now,
You get advantage on the save because you also are an elf.
I know. All right, I gotta hug it. I'm gonna honestly, I would hug it.
it's just so fluffy.
Okay, if you're gonna hug it, you're gonna count it as your advantage because you're willing yourself to it. So one die roll instead. What'd you get?
Oh. 5. I'm stuck here forever.
Nah, he really likes this thing. He actually is like
wanna
jealous of it, so he's like pulling it away from you.
I want to take him home. He's mine though. I mean, we're gonna take him home with us.
No, we are not taking it anywhere. It's staying here with us.
No, it's mine. It's
No,
mine.
no. You don't understand. It's staying here with us. You can stay all you'd like.
No, I want it. And I want to travel with it everywhere I go. I want to see the mountains. I want to see the beaches. I want it to go frolicking and flying free. That's what I want.
Oh, I love this thing so much. Yes, it should go on an adventure with us.
You're both crazy. He says in terror.
Well, we can't hear you, so whatever.
No, I can.
You can't hear.
Yeah.
No, the box doesn't work.
Oh,
Her box is broken.
sorry.
Right now.
I meant to say like I'm fine.
It
I'm
is not
I'm just
functioning appropriately.
Active.
Okay, so what are you gonna do? I love this animal, so we're gonna have to take it with us. If you're.
Axel is going nowhere.
Am I talking to you as a game master or?
No, she says Axel is not going anywhere.
All right, then. We can't. Is there anything I can trade for him?
I guess we're staying here for a while.
Well, yeah, I'll take the daughter of Eve for it. They both look at you slowly.
I don't know anybody's.
No, but you
don't hear anything.
I don't know.
But it's just weird. They both turn to look at you.
Our eyes will go a little bit too long.
She tries Nordish on it.
What?
Her, the woman.
Okay.
She tries Nordish, which is Nordic.
Yeah, I know.
Norwegian Swedish.
Doesn't reach her at all.
Okay, so I was gonna say. Damn it, I had an idea.
She pulls out a chain on her neck and she pulls up across.
Mm-hmm.
Any reaction?
She's not a vampire. Oh my god, that'd be great.
She leaves it out on her
Right.
chest.
Like, our demon. All right.
It's a very plain, simple.
All right. So.
If I can't have her, at least let me have her shadow.
Oh, that's even worse. I didn't even feel like. Okay, so give me a second.
Oh,
wait.
What did you need from us?
Before he says that, I wanna,
For the tree.
Well, we have to resolve this because you're not taking Axel with you. That's
yes.
what she says. You're not taking Axel with you.
Okay,
So
so
you're either staying with me or not. Now, you obviously go to the Sealy Court, but I heard somebody say they wanted permission to go to the Sealy Court. You could certainly take up this case to try to appeal.
to take him
No, to release yourself.
from the Sealy Court, from the Fae,
Right.
is it,
He can appeal it.
he can wait? I can't.
You're staying. You failed the saving throw.
I want this thing though. Can I attack her for it?
Do you understand the magic she's thrown?
Yeah, she is.
I do, but I'm not in the right mind, honestly.
Well, but the point is you don't want to not go. You want to stay.
Yeah.
I do want to stay.
You
I
want
do.
the animal, not necessarily to stay.
I do want to.
Well, the point is
But she's
he
saying that
wants
if
to
you,
stay.
if you want the animal, you have to stay.
Right.
Damn it. What is that?
More than that,
So you
you
said
have
The
to
point
stay.
here is that I have you over a barrel.
Yeah. you
I
do.
have her.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're staying with me.
I take.
But she no.
But I don't want her. I want her.
I take out.
Let's,
I take out 2 seeds and a key, and show it to her as an exchange for the thingy.
I want that key and her shadow.
No, just key.
Sumi, you're
Okay.
staying.
takes the key from you.
would be the steps to
So the key is actually very important.
to be in the accepted in the
You might as well put it in your inventory.
What are the steps you put
puts it in
to
her
be
sports
accepted in the
bra.
Sealy board?
You simply say that you were filing a suit against Stasia Brayson on behalf of whatever her family name is of Daean.
Well,
Because enslaving a member of the Sealy court is a criminal offense.
So we need to get there.
wait.
Oh, sorry. I know. I was asking her as a character, like, do I need anything for the to?
I'm telling you, she's more than willing to tell you how to get how to do this.
Okay.
She says, but you need to be careful because you're taking a daughter of Eve. She's got to be blinded.
She doesn't understand what that means still.
Well, there's a way to do it, but if you guys have to come up with it, I can't tell you.
Okay. Illusion. Do they have good illusion? Like
They would be able to. Like we could blindfold her,
There we go.
oh,
but
they already seen everything.
They're not going to challenge her on anything like that. So they're only going to challenge her if you take her into the court.
Oh, so if we blindfold her now.
You can take her into the Sealy court. She won't be able to see anything there.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Not until
What?
I get there.
so
I won't go blindfolded until I get
finally let go of the fluffy little animal that we've been petting.
And she's kind of surprised that you do so.
I'm like,
You're stronger than I thought.
I'm just cuddling.
But I thought you had, because she honestly thought she had you both.
Like I'm just holding on to it.
Well, hopefully,
Like I'm gripping it.
I'm a lot stronger than I think I am too.
I'm gripping it.
And
Okay.
I roll for a stick attack, or
What?
to hit her.
You're going to attack the hag.
What?
Yes.
Oh my god! I get to keep the thingy.
Well, I'm not leaving
No.
without you, and it was.
there. We have a legal way of handling this.
Yeah, but
You're
I'm
a paladin.
I'm not leaving this building without.
You have no choice. I can't go by myself. I have no standing.
Yeah.
The only choice you have is to follow the lawful way of approaching the court and
I'm taking her as your eyewitness to what just happened to show that that Strassian broke the law. Otherwise, she stays forever and you can't do anything about it.
You
But
attack.
fighting a hag at your level
it's
just
death.
impossible.
It's a death
it
sentence.
is a descent. You can't beat her.
Maybe a little bit.
There's no way.
I mean, it's worth the fight. It's worth the song if you don't mind dying.
You can kill the bird.
She's murdered kids.
You can kill the
prove
animal.
that.
Wait a minute. You
I
can't
know.
do
I
that.
can't prove that, but I know she did. it.
Wait.
Alright,
Right now, she has what she wants. She's not going to kill it because it's totally in her thrall.
Yeah.
She's been enchanted,
Now,
charmed,
If you
whatever
were
you want
asking
to call
about
it.
the other job, if you go out to the backyard and look at the tree, the evidence that you were looking for, you'd be able to find. But you can't do that if you've made an enemy with Strassi by attacking her in her home.
Yeah.
If what you're trying to build is the case that Strassi is a hag and needs to be removed from the area of nowhere, you need to build your case.
But that doesn't mean she won't send something after us.
But something she said would probably be weaker than
I'm
her.
gonna hold on to this thing no matter what.
Right, you're kind of stuck now because you petted the animal and you wanted it.
I didn't pet it. I hugged it.
That's what I'm
Yes, you
saying.
did. You wanted to pet it. You wanted to. You wanted the other thing as well. You know, pet it, make it nice.
It was a beautiful creature.
Chaotic. She has to be chaotic.
Chaotic good. Chaotic.
Good.
You? Keep
So far, I hear chaotic selfish, but that's,
I hear chaotic, selfish, chaotic, neutral.
Pretty
You
much.
know, neutral.
it
It's
doesn't matter.
only-
Right now, she's just petting and hugging on her lovely little critter.
Yeah, I refuse to touch it. I don't have any special resistances. And my wisdom isn't stupid, but it isn't.
I did say out loud, like, how I never want to stop touching this.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And she just,
I went for it, man.
Anyway, so if you continue we finished with the dinner. She brings out some dessert, some strudel to go with the schnitzel.
You want to
It's
bless
really good. But you, of course, did your purify thing, ruined her entire meal, so she's all bummed out about that. Nonetheless, when you finally get finished with everything, she says, "Now, as to the task that you, as a hearty member of the Seelie kind, can do, for me, as from the House Clanat, if you would, please remove the desecration from my tree."
I will
look.
have a look. So
So you walk out in the back, you notice that the tree has 3 relatively new furrows dug and buried over at its root. She says, "I've tried several different kinds of fertilizer and none of them have worked."
wait, furrows?
Fertilizer.
Yeah,
He goes with her. She goes with
right, I got it.
him.
Okay. I'm sure I can find a proper fertilizer.
Good. Well, while you're doing that, I'll continue to
Is she-
entertain our young friend.
Is she outside with him right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can't you just take me with the creature out of the
You
house?
won't leave.
I won't. Damn it! I just want the creature. That's it.
That's right. That's why you're going to stay here.
Now you're stuck.
Yeah, the problem is, it's more than the creature. You want to stay here. Has nothing really to. You are already charmed. The creature will not charm you again.
Okay. All right.
You
I'm
already
taking a
have-
piece of my fabric.
You
and
sank your
I'm
ship.
fastening.
You could have killed it.
Blindfold.
No, it's you are charmed.
You're
Even if
fastening a
you're
blindfold?
dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
really?
only
Like,
prevented
moving
from
up.
charming again.
The clock.
Okay.
Fine.
You got that, but are you going to look into these furrows and stuff? first?
Yes,
Yeah.
I will.
So the hag goes back inside.
Yeah. Sure.
So you're
Okay.
So you're outside.
So I'm
She
gonna.
takes your dagger. Don't use your sword. She takes your dagger.
I'm
Okay.
going to slowly, gently move the earth to see.
Well, she's dragging a knife through it, and her knife comes back bloody after a few seconds.
Mm.
You're trying to the one you're trying to unbury, you're unburying more gently. About the same time she hits dirt, you hit a nose.
Mm.
Alright.
It's about a 3-year-old.
They have 3 of them?
That's it. We're out of here. We gotta get to the city court, and we gotta move quickly. Forget going back to
dig
her.
up the bodies.
What?
No, you can't.
Can't.
You can't.
As you unbury the face of the first one, its little eyes open.
What?
He blinks.
Oh.
A crusty, dirty voice goes, "Daddy."
No, I'm not your father.
It starts to crawl out of the hole.
Okay.
Me, Daddy. Help me.
I will help you find rest.
Help me, Daddy.
And I take the creature.
It doesn't even walk very well. It goes like 2 or 3 steps and then falls onto all 4s and is crawling after you.
Oh.
We gotta go.
He's
I'm
alone.
We
gonna
have
take
got
it
to
out.
go.
And
Leave the-
like
She's like, we got to go. We got to go right now. You got the blindfold in your hip pocket. You
All right.
already made it.
I'm gonna,
Yes, but not now. We'll get closer to where
Yeah,
we
once
need
we
to
get
go.
closer.
I'm not going blindfolded until we get there.
Alright.
You can't get there until you're blindfolded. That's the dichotomy.
Alright. I'm gonna place the small child in my backpack.
What?
Yes.
Really?
Whoa.
You're going to empty your backpack to put the child in it?
It's
Well, you're gonna have to come back to
like
me anyways.
3, so
It's 30 pounds.
that should be enough.
Wow.
I've got 6
He's a paladin.
I'm not talking about strength. I'm talking about the amount of stuff you have in your backpack.
Oh.
You've got all of your gear.
Yeah, you
have
got
to dump some of your gear to put a child in there. Unless you're just going to carry the child on a hip or something.
Oh my god. You are a paladin.
Alright.
And the one that she dragged the knife through, it's starting to move as well.
Oh man. It's not.
She covers
Is
it
it
back
attacking?
up. She covers it back up. You can't take it with
She's
you.
like pushing the dirt back down, and a little tiny hand comes through the dirt.
I'd like to wrap the child with the cloth I have in my backpack. The rest of it.
The rest of the blanket,
Yes, and
okay.
uh,
But the one that you're trying to rebury is still trying to climb out.
She takes it. I'm not going to burden you. I'm blindfolded. I can carry it.
okay.
So she'll.
Is this thing attacking them?
The one that's underneath the ground is once you reach over to help with that one, the second one will climb out, and it's got this cut down its entire front, and this blackish liquid is coming out of the wounds. It's not blood.
It's okay.
We can't take both of them. We have one.
gonna do-
The second one's about 4.5, 5 years old.
That's fine.
I'm gonna perform lay on hands on.
You
this-
can't. If it's dead, no healing.
You go to try to lay on hands, and you're
Yeah,
not
it's-
feeling any living. If you did divine sense, you'd be picking up undead now.
Next
Alright.
thing we do is cut off its head and just let it rest.
Don't do it. Let it be.
I'm going to, like, you're gonna go to sleep, okay? Don't worry, everything's gonna be.
don't like the dark. Don't cover me up.
Well, it's gonna be covered up and kind of tied in,
It's gonna be
swaddled.
really bright soon, okay?
And she
I'm
just
gonna-
brings it in a sling that she goes.
Gently place him back into the earth.
The 4-year-old, the older of the two.
The one I was holding, and then.
Wait, you should take the.
3-year-old.
What?
You should take the 3-year-old. That's a good evidence right there.
Oh.
And it's
Alright. Well, I'm gonna bury the older.
Don't take me. Don't take. And don't leave me. Don't leave me. It's dark down
I
there.
think you killed it.
I'll leave a little hole so it can see out of.
It's just gonna come out.
It'll crawl right back out if you put it on the ground. If you
Just let it walk, follow you guys,
All right.
whatever.
Come on. A double arm.
No, she takes it.
So you're carrying both of them.
Alright.
Well, I'll take both of them.
Okay.
I mean, they're
And then
30 and
I'll
40
leave
pounds. I carry a
them
90-pound
to enter
pack.
course.
So what I'm gonna do is put the blindfold on.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to like hold her hand.
Blindfold.
As soon as she's blindfolded, the sound around you changes radically because you hear a forest of people. Or that's what he gave you as a definition. So, you know.
Yeah, I thought you killed it. I thought you killed it.
No. Why would I kill it?
Because you pulled out the sword.
What?
Didn't you pull out a sword?
Look at, you cannot kill a hag easily.
No, not the hag. The other bit, the second child.
No, I didn't stab it. I was gonna lay hands on it so it can't kill it.
A sound of a
Lay on
horse.
hands is like healing, kind of like restoring HP.
Oh no. I feel sorry for you guys.
All right. So you're in a small. You're suddenly in a city, and the accoutrements to the city, all the different structures around, are gold and silver and gems. It looks like a city of treasure. People are wearing brightly colored clothing, most of it different hues of greens, and several of them are also in bright reds and blues. And people are bustling around you, and suddenly a small group of soldiers go by, just exactly like the ones you saw go by before. Little marching in direct lines and column lefting,
And the little tiny ones.
they're all little tiny. Everybody, there's not a person here more than 3 feet tall. So when you stand up after you finish blindfolding her, you look around. The two of you are the tallest things around. So the crowds are all going to start. They're going to stop around you and start pointing.
I adjust the soldiers first, like.
Because you were a soldier.
What? Yeah, and I'm a paladin. So.
Yes.
Yeah, my background is soldier, and speaking the lingo. Like,
What is this? Are you some form of necromancer?
No, I'm a
How dare
paladin.
you bring undead children within the city limits?
How dare you not save these young children to the fate that they have fallen by the hag outside your reach?
You are making serious accusations, outsider.
Do you not see this child?
You have the ears of the Seelie, and yet do you have license to be here?
No, I bring challenge because a full elf, my ward, has been kidnapped and is charmed.
A charm against the children of the Seelie court? That's not possible. Who would deign to do such a thing?
Like I said, a hag. One
And
who
you're
slaughters-
making an accusation by saying hag. Whom are you accusing?
Get a name.
Straussy?
Her name is
Strassia.
Strasia Parson.
Bar.
Bars.
Brayson.
Brayson.
Against the family Brayson, you were claiming a charge of being a hag and
Yes.
of necromancy.
Yeah, I am.
Bewitching.
And who is this? What is this creature you bring among us that is not yet alive?
She is a child of Eve.
You found a daughter of Eve.
Yes.
Bring her.
She is a witness to these crimes.
Now, as soon as he touches you, you understand all of the languages that are going on around you.
Ooh.
So, literally, as he touches your shoulder and says, "This is the daughter of Eve."
Lester, I can understand you.
Does he understand her?
Yeah.
Oh wow. That's
Yes, I am a
You're-
child of Eve. I am a daughter of Eve.
Show us your hands.
Does the babies fall down?
Ah, yeah. Well, the babies are probably holding on to her. They go. Turns to the soldiers. Soldiers take the children away.
Yeah.
We've got to.
There are more where we left.
There was
off.
another grave, yet unfilled.
If what you say is true, then Strasia Brayson's got more than those three to answer for. We've been waiting for physical evidence, and no one would dare to go to her gardens and pull up such things. How did you brave this? What did you sacrifice?
Pretty much me.
My word.
So
She
your,
chose-
your ward sacrificed herself
No.
to save the children.
Yes.
She's left there.
So
She
she
was-
sacrificed herself for the
Yes.
children.
No,
Yes,
she
yes,
was charmed by a creature that looked
Yeah, but you want to make me
like
look great in front of
in
these
rainbow
people.
colors and blue. That was in a cage.
But you want to make me look
Oh,
great.
so she captures creatures from limbo as well. So that's the problem of letting people live in the area so close to the lost, is they're on the edge of limbo. If she's captured a being of limbo, she crosses even greater laws than what we considered before.
And
So
there's this,
bring your case to the Sealy Court on the morrow, shall we?
Yes.
And as far as Daughter of Eve, we will remove from you the curse of your nature tomorrow.
Wait, what?
We can't abide to allow you to live, and certainly can't allow you to see what you've seen without the cost of your humanity.
Oh, that's not
I
good.
don't understand. What will you?
You will understand on the morrow.
No, I want to understand.
And if you speak again, we'll take your tongue as well.
Thank you for your aid.
And they turn and soldiers leave.
Right. So.
I want out of here.
I
I want out of here.
Is there any inn big enough for?
There are a couple of places that have halls big enough for the tall folks.
Okay.
Matter of fact, there's a place where they actually have room for giants. So
Oh. Okay. Nice.
they don't come very often. They're not allowed.
Wait, what? But they just... Oh,
They have them.
just in case. Yeah, because the lots and all that.
I want to bow.
You want a bath?
That's what she says. I want to bow.
All right.
We definitely can
So,
do
we walk to the larger inn that can fit us.
A place called Tall Walkers.
Tall walkers. All right, and I would
Or pronounced Tallywalker. doesn't matter.
tell her. And I request a room.
Oh, certainly. This is in reference to the case you filed with the Sealy Court, right?
Yes.
Therefore, if you win tomorrow, the charges will be deferred to the court. If you lose, we'll just tack it on to the additional debt that you'll have to pay the courts.
Thank you. And then, alright, so you can go up into the room and take your bath.
Well, that's not where the baths are.
Right.
There's a
a
private
bathhouse.
bath. It's not like modern.
Uh,
But yes, we have a place for her to bathe and all of that. Especially since we have to prepare her for the ritual if we're going to cleanse her of her humanity.
Find out what the ritual incurs. If not, I'm out of here.
Probably gonna kill you.
Is probably gonna turn you into a creature of semi-fayness,
No.
so more
Listen
magic.
to me. Find out what it entails.
Can you like
What
put...
does the ritual entail?
Oh, you're worried about your friend.
Not
Well, just
Friend.
trust that we're not talking about like turning her into something unnatural.
Are you gonna kill her?
No, we're simply going to catalog that which makes her human, and by doing so, liberate her from the burden of her humanity.
Interesting.
Are you going to?
We had to do it long ago. It was the only way to save them.
A statue?
No, that's not right either.
Oh, you
I don't-
might check in the library, or even suggest she takes a look in the library. She might understand better.
Wait, so she can't see.
She can read?
No, she took off the blindfold. She says as soon as she got here, she took off the blindfold. She wasn't blindfolded this whole time. She saw it all.
Oh.
That's why we're having to take her humanity from her.
Wait,
I know.
What did you take off there?
I didn't take off my blindfold. I never said I did.
I thought you were talking about all the stuff you were seeing. I thought you were...
No, I said I was just
Okay.
talking to him.
Okay, I misunderstood completely.
Oh, okay, see?
Oh, I was like, I was being here. Was the,
No, the
Okay,
blindfold
so as long as
was
the
still on
blindfold is
my...
on, you're fine.
Okay, as for that, I'd say we should get a B plus.
No, that's how that works. But anyway, I definitely will retract that part and make sure she gets cleaned up and all of that.
all right, so I drag her to the bathhouses and just kind of like,
Join in
what? No,
a romantic.
I'm a paladin.
So, she's a human.
Besides that,
Barely know.
we haven't
We're not
even been
married.
formally introduced.
But you're a future.
Married?
You know, they have like getting ons without being married.
Anyway,
My cultural preferences have nothing to do with it.
And then I guess I would take a quick
clean up, get yourself prepared.
You gotta find out what that key is.
and maybe search
The
the
key?
stores.
Okay,
Later.
and
I
be
will.
careful. You won't have the funds to pay in this place.
Oh. Man,
What did he tell you?
it's expensive.
For what?
What? Everything.
Yeah, I know, but the court will pay for it. If
No,
not,
no, for the room. They'll pay for the room.
Oh,
If
they
he
will.
goes shopping, he's have to come out of his own pocket, and
Ah.
he did not. This place is.
Back to the gold.
Okay, so are you familiar with Darby O'Gill and the Little People?
Yeah,
The Little People live inside the mountain where all the gold and gems and diamonds are.
yeah.
So when you go to buy something here, you're buying stuff that costs gold, gems, and diamonds, and so you're not anywhere near equipped to pay the cost. And if you're less than Eldrin, because he's not full Sealy Court.
It pays
material.
more.
No, he may not live long enough, because a lot of times the price you pay is
It's
by
just-
telling stories, and telling stories inside of the land of the Fae can take years. Matter of fact, that's the whole story about Rip Van Winkle, is that he goes to a place where he listens to the stories of the elves and finds himself sleeping for 20 years because he was visiting their realm to hear those stories.
Wow. All right. Yeah. All right. Cool. Oh man, I would love to have one of those
So,
magic tricks.
the bath and everything is more luxurious than anything you can possibly imagine. The water, the softness of the water itself would be tangibly different from the water of an earthly bath. It's transcendent here. It's
Augmented in some way?
well, not only is that augmented, but it's also your vision. Without having your eyes, your other senses are all amplified. So the experience overall is luxuriating beyond belief. Some of the like, for example, the scrubbing that they give to you is, it basically feels like they're rubbing the fingerprints off of you.
Mm.
So it kind of feels like, as far as the full cleansing they give you when you're in there. So,
Is there a church?
what do you mean by church?
Like for your religion to pray.
There are no temples of the Veils here. No. There's no need for them.
Do you? I'm not allowed to say anything because I'm not
While
there.
she strips down, she doesn't take off her cross.
Her religion,
That's fine.
like You like paladins believe in the god, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I said. He follows one of the veils. As a matter of fact, until he gets to 4th level, he doesn't have a choice, and he doesn't choose which specific god he follows, but he follows one of the orders. Order of the red veil is control. Order of the white veil is purity. Order of the yellow veil is change. Order of the orange veil is serendipity or peace.
Do they?
And so on and so on.
And blue is protection.
Blue is protection. Gray is power.
Strength.
No,
Is
not
it,
strength.
oh, power?
No, red. You're thinking of red. Red is control. You're thinking of the stone, which is not the same thing.
Do these gods visit these areas?
At 4th level.
Do they
As far
visit
as
here?
this place,
Yeah.
there are some of them that probably frequent here, but they would not be known as such.
Oh, so like you wouldn't be able to go.
No one noticed
Talk
my
to
god, even if he came up to me.
Right.
All right. Well, that was my last hope.
I wait for her to finish.
Yeah.
And then I bring her back to the inn.
You go to sleep.
She's kind of
And
reluctant
since
to
in the
put
Eldrin realm there is no sleep, the inn is not a the inn is not really an inn; it's just a tavern.
Oh, sweet.
The fact that it's going to be on the morrow is kind of difficult to understand because there is no beginning and the end of time in an Eldrin place, in a place of this sylvan nature. So it seems like no time at all has passed. She's exhausted. She needs to sleep, but there's really not a place to really.
She'll just,
Wait, I thought we got a room. Or-
No, you got a
That's it.
table.
You just went there and got her a bath. You took her directly. I'm just saying the concept of having a place to sleep is alien
she
to
tells
the
you,
Eldrin.
I need to sleep.
So you just find her a place and give her a blanket and what's left of your little rag of a blanket.
Wait, didn't the children take the blanket away?
No, they took the kids. They didn't take the blanket, and she still has her furs on, so she can take off like her mucklucks and sleep against them or whatever. So you get some sleep, but the time passes so quickly you don't realize how long it's been, and you get basically guards come, the little soldiers come again and tell you that it's time to make your appointment.
I followed them.
Okay, and about halfway there
She
they bring
does
up.
look at her fingerprints.
Oh, they're there.
But
Who? Oh, because she was getting scrubbed, detailed. You know, like the whole 9
She's
yards.
pink all over. More pink than she was before.
Humans.
Yeah. And her she had, well, yeah, they scrubbed off some of her damn tan.
It was dirt.
I made use of the tanning rooms
Yeah.
while I was on board ship.
So they take you to the court, and halfway there they bring the children, and the kids look horrible. Look like dehydrated, emaciated, like shriveled versions of themselves, and they don't walk very good. So you have to kind of carry them.
Yeah.
And
I told them. Yes.
Oh, you're sweet.
so when you enter the courtroom, when you enter the courts, the place is chock full of Eldrin. And almost all of them are in some kind of ornamental masks and such. It looks like a carnival. It doesn't look like a traditional royal court or whatever. And there's people just milling about. And there's this kind of horrid wretch of a dwarf-like guy that goes around and he's pinching everybody's butts and making lewd comments and grabbing other people's drinks and drinking them down. He comes over and he goes, "Oh, you're the one.
Yes, sir. I am.
You raising some raisins in the sun there, boy?"
Wait, what?
No, these are the fallen children.
Name's Puck. Your name is.
Lester,
Yeah.
son of Lightlord.
So when you shake his hand, his beard reaches out and grabs your arm like little other sets of hands. And so the grip is just tremendous because he's gripped you all the way up your arm as his beard and facial hair grabs you, shakes you as well. Might need your numbers in the coming war. Looking forward to fighting with you, bud.
I'm always there for a noble fight.
And he winks. You go, why would he wink after saying he wants me to fight with him? Anyway, daughter of Eve. He does this shrugging with the shoulders and does this pelvic thrust a couple times.
Oh my.
We should see what that daughter of Eve thing's all about one of these days. I'm Puck.
She can't see anything.
Well, no, oh yeah.
Somebody take the girl blindfold off. She'll be able to see up. Every person is going, no. Okay. It was just teasing. Everybody just calm down. I love the way he gets tongue-tied. He's like, Sorry, boy. We'll talk later, young lady. Nice to meet you.
She can't really
I'm
see.
sure one way or another
Okay.
we will meet again.
So at the other end of this place is about the size of a basketball court, and it's just flooded with people, and they're all walking about. And there's something else going on at the other end that seems more official, but it's like between people up on the throne and a place down on the actual floor of the courts. And there's this beam of light, and when I say beam, it's like a
Miracle.
solid moon beam. It's just a shaft of light straight down from above. The person is in the center of the light, and they're speaking. You can't make out what they're talking about, but after a few minutes of whatever's going on, that person leaves dejectedly, and the next person walks up. Now, soldier goes, come on, you haven't got much time.
I get in the line.
All right.
He just has a hand idea, so when you move, she moves.
Yeah. So, when you get to the other end, the people that you see on the it's a raised dais, and one throne is a little bit taller than the other, and that's because the person sitting in the throne is smaller. The king sitting there, he looks kind of like the ancient trees that you saw out in the forest. He's gray, grizzled, has this horned helm, and the horns of the helm interlink up above him like tree branches.
Okay.
And it's got a weird moonstone in the center of the forehead, and it's hard to tell where the crown ends and the sides of his head begin, because his gray hair matches the gray of the metal of the helm, and his beard goes down between his legs and trails down. His beard must be 30 feet long. And down on the steps, there are 20 or 30 elvish children, little Eldrin children, playing with his beard. Some of them are making tiny ropes out of it. Some of them are
Braiding it.
Yeah.
Braiding it, some of them are
And
twining
it's apparent
ribbons.
these are all of his children. And the look on the queen's face is this look of long-suffering and disdain at the same time. She's probably close to 6 feet tall, so she's way taller than he is. And her positioning in her throne, in her seat, is more of the inaccessible. She sits with her knees together off to one side, her beautiful tresses filling the rest of the chair with her. The gold of her dress against the dark brown of her skin show that while she's Eldrin, she's of a different, complete genetic background as the king. And her eyes are oversized for her face, and the eye makeup that she wears gives her these really huge, high-arched eyebrows, so that it makes her eyes even more accentuated. And while she has some rouge on her cheeks, her neck is long and aquiline, and the skin of it is almost alabaster. So the alabaster into the gold of her dress is there's a stunning difference there. And hanging from her neck is again a moonstone, about the same size as the king's diadem, but in the case of hers, it is apparently the source of the beams that come from above, because it's by her hand opening and closing that the beam of light comes down from above. So when they finally call your name, and next the walker, what is your Lester? What's your last name?
Son of Aleklor.
Aleklor. So son of Aleklor, approach.
I move forward to the light and take a
She's
knee,
walked with the
let head
weapon.
down.
Okay, and as you approach, she brings the beam up, and the beam only circles you, But when she sees you, you see her move her hand, widening, and the light now encircles you and the children. Speak your case and make known your accusations and be clear about it, because you literally get one shot. Speak amiss and you will be dismissed.
Great King and Queen, there is a hag that is in the forest who has not only committed the crime of slaughtering children and necromancy, but of also kidnapping an elf in my ward and care, as well as have a creature from the in-betweens. From the
Nimbo.
Limbo.
From the limbo.
Her name.
Her name is. Give her her
Her name
She's prompting it.
is Strayasi Brayson.
Rayson.
Stracia.
Stracia.
Stracia, actually.
Stracia.
I see you fumbling with the words. What evidence have you of these crimes?
These two slain children brought back by necromancy that I have uncovered under the tree near her house that has been desecrated.
The clothes on the line of children's clothes.
Near her house is a line of children's clothing, freshly washed. Inside her house, I felt the strong charm of this magical creature that almost consumed me.
Remember the statue of a satyr.
In front of her house was a stone statue of satyr that we
A
believe.
faun, actually.
Faun?
Faun. F-A-U-N.
Oh, of a faun.
She would have called it a satyr.
Right, I know, but he would know it was a faun.
That we believe.
Satyrs are much bigger.
And the workmanship was past human doing.
That we believe to be a petrified creature.
These are heavy charges indeed. We will be opening the case, therefore, on your behalf, and we will have to, let's see. Yes, we will have to confer on the subject, and we will convene at our earliest convenience.
Thank you, my king and queen.
Until such time, your friend, you say, has been held captive by her?
Yes.
Charmed. She was charmed?
Charmed.
Charmed. The word
Yes,
is charmed.
yes.
The beast charmed her and she was kept there.
The queen says, I believe Oberon, of course, he's like slumped over asleep in his chair. She puts her hand on his shoulder, and it's like he's shot. Off with her head! No. Sorry. There's a bit of whispering between the two of them. Yes. The child of the Sealy shall be removed from her home, and with this case will be deferred to a final resolution at our earliest convenience. And guards, turns to the soldiers click their heels and they march out.
Sweet.
8 seconds later. So, it's literally like they just walked out. Watching carefully, go ahead and make a perception check. You're not sure whether the soldiers walking back in now are the ones you literally saw walk out.
11.
But within seconds, literally as the last of the soldiers is walking out this door, another column comes walking in this door with her and Tail.
Oh, that's awesome.
She's in tears.
Oh. Yeah, removed from the thing, huh? Couldn't we just bring it? Sorry, I'm just saying. I really liked it.
No, because it had to go home. See,
They took it home.
They released it.
they go, we cannot actually lay charges to Stracia's feet until she get a chance to defend herself before the Sealy court. And so we have to defer a solution. But until such time, we do provide you with your friend and release you back to your own realm.
Why must I be kept blind?
Because you're not a.
I have seen 1,000 pictures of Faye.
Okay, so that seems like a bad thing to say.
Well, she's yeah,
She's
but,
telling the truth.
but you're freaked out because you're understanding her too.
Oh my god. I don't
What did you do? What did you do?
do?
And
Embark.
the king says, "Tell you what, I'm going to count to 3. If you do not physically move from your position, I will allow you to remove your blindfold as I count to 3. At the conclusion of that time, you will be transported. Are you prepared?"
Just a moment. I don't understand what you
like
said.
3 seconds to pull off your blindfold and enjoy
look.
the view.
Yeah. Oh shit. We're gonna get to go home.
No, I'll keep the
1,
blindfold on.
2,
I'll
3.
keep the blindfold
And
on.
at the end of 3, the 3 of you wake up in a snowstorm, freezing your tukuses off. Your gear is all the same. The only things that have changed physically is you have a key in your pocket, you have a couple of extra nuts in your pocket,
And see,
I saw the
smelly seeds.
and you have the children.
Oh.
You know what?
Children.
We left the last one.
What?
There was one.
He has the 2 undead children.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, sweet. Can we name
But
them?
but for clarification, when you come to, when you awaken, you feel like you have the children, but when you look down, you've got your arms full of firewood.
Oh. Sadness.
So apparently the reality of this was literally that you walked across that expanse and got firewood from the forest and brought it back, but you have this shared illusion, this entire shared experience in this place.
I look at my skin.
Oh, you're perfectly clean. You're scrubbed clean.
That's it. That was no illusion.
That's my point is that welcome to a visit to the Sealy realm.
Sweet. We got a key. Oh, we never even asked what the key was.
No, you got a key. You got a couple of beans, and
Oh, you have an apple.
Oh, you both have apples.
Ah, yeah, that's what I wanted to ask
Do you
too.
dare eat them?
It said we only have one.
And 300 experience points for each of you.
Yeah. I'm level something.
And that was a fun little one shot, eh?
Yeah. Got some. We got things.
You got a taste of the Sealy court.
And I got to cuddle a magical beast that literally almost got me killed. Awesome. Oh yeah, that is yours. I was just gonna take it, man. I was just gonna.
900 plus 300 is 1200.
Well, thank you for viewing this with us, guys. Thanks for participating, and we will see you all next time. Make sure you watch for us tomorrow night at 7 and also on Sunday.
Don't think being less of me because I get charmed.
Everybody say bye.